ladies and gentlemen. We build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. We live. We back, yo. We back. Impact. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. I'm your host, Killah Priest, INC. What's good? Running the Rockets now under the ADA Dizzle.
Yeah, what's good? Welcome back.
We got Solo Jimmer. He's in the middle.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Enjoy, because we about to drop some riddles. It's colorful, like the rainbow or Skittles. Shiny. The aura is shining like a nickel. But it's been resting and absorbing everything. I saw you laugh. So don't be over there, snickle. That's snickle.
Snickle, yeah.
You throw a rock in the pond, it will. Let everybody think of that one.
Ripple.
There you go.
Yeah, I think about that for a second. Ripple.
Yo, you know, I was thinking a lot of things, man. Shout out to the Podcraft and everybody in the room too. Of developing sort of like we said write it down before, but it's developing sort of like a rich, meaningful, like life changing, elevated, positive life board. Writing it down. Putting up the positive things about you and things and your goals. Because we say so many times, get a piece of paper, but some of us need movie theater screens. Big. And write it up there and just be like, okay, this is my goal. These are my life. And just put it up in a room or something like that. To help, just increase, just increase the ability to go out there and get it. What's the word I'm looking for? I've been searching for it for a minute.
Yeah, that's a nice rhyme.
Yeah, I've been searching for this word in my mind, but yeah, life board or something like that. Something positive. Even there you go. Something to say this. I know they're gonna smile. Even if it's a spiritual upliftment or a historian point of view. So if you want to be a scholar and you say, man, my goal is to be the best scholar there is, put it up there.
Yeah, why not?
Even though, because if the Wizard of Oz can do that, I'm gonna talk about the Wiz too. Shout out to my man I was born. Shout out to Poe Prince, man. Come on, Prince Poe came through yesterday. It was incredible. He was man. He was animated. He was great, and it was good seeing legends that I look up to. You know what I'm saying? Lyrical gods. Him and Pharaoh Monch are some of the greatest. Him and Pharaoh Monch, they started out as a group, and they're still a group. To me. So it's like to be able to talk to guys who gods who can write down these raps, soliloquies, all these words. It's breathtaking. That's amazing. Wild. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
I know.
Cat is ready.
Yeah.
He's
on with that stuff.
But check it out, y'all. Yeah, somebody said what's that, Feng Shui? Positive Feng Shui. Shout out to Kirk Cobain. I see you.
Feng Shui.
Aurora Borealis. Yeah, Feng Shui. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Kirk Cobain. Jody is always in the building. She said a vision board. There you go. So therefore, you be able to look into the future. They say, man, you can do things yourself.
Yeah.
You can put it up there. You'll be amazed probably at the results.
Yeah.
But don't tell us about it. Just wait for a while and then see how your results come.
Right.
If it's to lose weight, to because I'm doing this thing now. Let me open up a little bit and talk. I'm doing this thing where you can sit down in your chair. Just wants to stand up, right? No, there's this new thing. Shout out to you, Aurora. And you can do like a workout there. You have to stand up at some point. You can sit down, use a chair, you can move it. And I'm telling you, man, that on top of the T, it balances out. It balances out.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah. No, my grandmother does something like that, too. She works out in the chair.
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to.
You got to work with what you got.
Yeah. Nah, I always say this is something I believe in. You don't always got to go to the gym and lift weights. Working out is all about what you could do, the most little. It's so easy to do a small workout.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's easy. Don't pressure yourself going to the gym trying to lift pounds that you can't lift.
Right.
Your best workout is knowing your body. Know what you could do. You know what I mean? If your physical limitations keep you from doing certain things, then just do simple things. You know what I mean? So it's still a workout.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's so much into getting up and just walking. I mean, that I heard football players say it. I heard boxers say it. You got to draw your inspiration from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even Moses walked up the mountain.
Yeah.
So that's for my people that's into the scriptures, the Bible. You can look at this and walk a day. You know what I'm saying? My chart readers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The stargazing. You outside, you stargazing, you reading the charts. You telling us, oh, okay, this connect with that connect to that. And then you in this house. Well, you got to walk to the house, right?
Right.
You got to walk to the house.
Yeah.
AD, do you just appear in the house? Shout out to you, John Smith. Thank you.
Sometimes.
Or it was just a lady in with a vase inside the house holding a pail of water. I go, everybody tell you about that story of there's a house with a lady in it. It's supposed to be a Bible scripture or something.
Follow me into the house with a man bearing a pitcher of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that man is Aquarius. So we just went through that.
Who was in the house with a pitcher of water? Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Follow me in the house.
Right, which is the houses of the zodiac.
Come on, man. He's just talking. We want to take it to the houses of the zodiac.
That's what it is, though.
So he was telling regular people, and they supposed to have known this, or this is for the learned.
This is for those who have eyes to see.
Because he was talking to those that are lost, right? Didn't he say, go to the lost? See? Here's what I'm trying to make you understand something that everybody didn't catch on right away. We in the future where we have computers. Back then, they didn't have computers.
Yeah.
You know how much it meant? Because you going so fast. So we're building right now.
I am going too fast. That's what the girls tell me.
You're so good at that, man. They needed certain things. What we talked about before. The scorpion. Very, very, very important in Kemet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The serpent. You get to see it. India. They live there. It means something. The cobra's king. You know what I'm saying? The lion. And then you see these majestic animals.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what you live by. You live and base principles on. You're living by an ibis bird. Basing principles on just animals that farm and is feeding you.
Mm-hmm.
Your house is being brought alive because there's livestock. They even call it livestock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm schooling AD. Look.
I like it.
You like it, right? We building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Livestock. Not dead, but live. And they work. You got to look in the face of a moose. I got a song like that, right?
Uh-huh.
But you got to stare in the face of a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Farm girls know it. They walk out there. I know a girl. Shout out to her. She plays the piano too, and she took me to her ranch, and she knew these horses, man. And these horses were beautiful. They had the hair. I'm not gonna front. That would be, but these horses were so beautiful, you just want to hug them. They look like girls, yo. They were bad. They had They had these dreamy eyes. They had these eyelashes, and they were like, and she could ride them, and she made them do the stance, yo. That was dope.
Wow.
She was on, pardon me, she was on the back of the horse. Her name is Marie. And she got on the horse, and she can make it prance. Like horses, they know how to, they can dance too. They be doing a little, she know how to make them do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I was so amazed of her connection with this animal. That I saw the animal as, oh man, a horse is strong, thunderous, but also beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, the beautiful part of nature. And it's like, damn, this powerful thing belongs here, and it's just made for us to ride it. Damn, that sounds cocky. That sounds cocky.
Nah.
Damn, I just told the horse, you are made for us to, but it is.
But that's how simple. That's how simple humans think. You know what I mean? Yeah. We think. We'll
get back to that house with that.
We don't recognize
leading somebody to a house.
No. What you're saying is real. We don't recognize the nature of a creature. You know what I mean? We just think that's what it's used for. Right. Nah, you could use it, yeah, of course, but like a horse is still a horse, or just like how a cat is still a cat. Everything that we try to put our human minds and being like, oh, a cat and a dog's a pet. You know, it's still an animal. You know what I mean? Right. So the operation off of what they rather do, like if you put an animal just to survive, they can't survive. You know what I mean? Yeah. On their own, they don't really need us. We just like to have them.
Except for some of those dogs.
Oh, you talking about? I know what you're talking about. The little tiny little chihuahuas that would make a day.
Certain dogs.
I know what you
mean. You wasn't around.
Yeah.
In the 90s, like some of those dogs are just created.
Oh yeah. Floofy.
Yeah.
You're talking about the floofy ones. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, shout out to my man Val. He's a dog, but like some of these dogs, like they be having a mixture. And I heard, listen, I've heard that the people that were Nazis, German Nazis back then, when they were going to experiment, that when the experiment didn't work, or that genocide program didn't work, that these same doctors went into the field of animals and they started making, like they went to British, they went to Britain, and they started going over and started genetically putting together dogs. And that's where you get French poodles, and you get these different type of dogs, and they were putting there, they were examining and making new type of dogs, and that's what British. Listen to the dog name, British, English Terriers, and Pit. They started putting in gene splicing. Thank you, Solar Facts, he got it. Hybrid. And they started making all these things, and now we got these world of little dogs that's impossible. Because they said that about the French. Yeah. That it's impossible for their head to come through the vagina of the female dog.
Yeah, that's real talk.
They have to be operated on. Because if you let them out in the wild like that, it's going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah, they'll die. No, let's be honest, they're food. You know what I mean? And it's okay to say that. It's all right. Wolves, look, those, they're cute, but they're food. They'll be food for a wolf. You know what I mean? They just can't honestly operate in the wild. Like they, you know what I mean? They really can't. They need humans. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Gray wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. No, listen, I'm saying this because I just wanted to have a nice conversation.
Yeah. But I was gonna take it far. I was gonna say this too, like, yo, people gotta realize how spiritual animals are. You know what I mean? It's crazy how if they know when there's a fire. I always say that's the crazy part about animals is that like we kind of ignore that they got spiritual senses too. You know what I mean? They know when things is in danger, things is abrupt. You know what I mean? They know they have a stronger sense of nature, obviously, because they're in it every day. But you know, we humans, you know, we see a fire like, oh my God, we're so late to it. But it's like the animal smells the smoke before we can even. They know this when there's a disruption.
Well, they're in tune. They're in tune with their surroundings.
Yeah,
it's sort of like being on point when you're in the streets. Like they still get clipped. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cats still get clipped every day. But it's like when they off point. But you gotta understand your environment.
Yeah.
You know, where you at. There's so many thoughts that go through my mind because I want to tell a lot more stories, but I'm gonna do it on the Patreon. But I can't. Some of the stories are so outrageous that I can't just tell them like this.
Right.
But it's good to have a good understanding of what we're doing, or where you at. So that's why y'all see me pauses. I'll be like, nah, I can't tell that story. I'll tell it on the Patreon though.
Right.
Make sure y'all join my Patreon. It's off the hook. I'm sitting up there and I'm really talking back. Oh yeah, shout out to y'all who started buying the fans. Shout out to y'all who started buying the fans because it's hot and those fans work, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, we was at the show. We had the show. What was it with Master Killah and OC AD? Hot as.
Oh yeah, it was hot.
We kept Wiz, you, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody got like the fans. So they bought the fans, right? And it's great when you're inside of a club because it's gonna get hot. I even seen a bartender use one of those fans.
Yeah, real talk.
Small fan. It's for the Killah Priest fans. Go get those fans. I mean, take them away because I'm not gonna have them anymore. Not gonna have them anymore. But it's a good item and it's something that's really cool. So check it out. Go to the Patreon. There you go. Thank you, Danny Warrior. Salinas, you can check it in the chat. That's where you join the Patreon over there.
Yeah. So
also we have the show coming up this Saturday. We'll be in San Diego. This Saturday, Killah Priest live. I'm trying to let me get the flyers. Get to AD. Go ahead, Solo.
Oh, okay.
Drop some jewels on them.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? I'm feeling great.
Here we go.
How can I elaborate? Yo, I was elaborating, I was just having a thought and I was thinking, right? I was like, everybody wants to win every day. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to feel like they succeeded the day. You know what I mean? But sometimes, not all things are for you to experience a win. Sometimes you gotta take a loss. You gotta know how to take a loss. You know what I mean? And a loss could really, it's just life, right? You gotta learn how to lose so you'll be able to win. You know what I mean? This is something that I was just thinking about. And because we have pride. We always want to win. We want to win. But sometimes to learn a life lesson, you have to lose in order to gain access to win. So it's real talk, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that I kind of like sat down and thought about. I was like, because everybody got so much pride. Like, we always want to win 1, 2, 3, but you got to fail. You know what I mean? Because people hold on to their losses, and I think that's what makes a losing mentality. You know what I mean? When you hold on to losses, or you start blaming, or you start shaming, or whatever, like, oh, I should never lost. No, you have to lose. You know what I mean? That's what life is. You know what I mean? Every L doesn't represent a loss. It represents what life is. You know what I mean? It's for you to go through it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, that's just something that was just going through my life. You know what I mean? I was just like, you know what? I could appreciate every type of loss I've been through, because then I wouldn't be able to be the person I am today. Because the losses built me up. You know what I mean? The wins, I could celebrate the wins, of course. You know what I mean? It feels great to accomplish things. But that loss is always something beautiful. You know what I mean? Gotta celebrate your losses too. Like, laugh at it. It's actually a fun laugh. You know, you'd be like, yeah. You know, but
man, celebrating the losses or appreciating the losses that you go through.
Yeah, it's hard to go through the losses, but at the end of the day, it's going to build that character that you need. It's character development. Right. You know what I mean? You have to go through that. You know what I mean? Tough battles. You know what I mean? You get stronger. People like to be like, oh, now I'm weak. Nah. What happens is you have to experience that for you to be the better person or to be the stronger person. That's how you become a winner. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you have to take some type of L's to get somewhere. You know, you can't just go through life winning, because then you don't know how to lose. When you lose, it's going to be more devastating.
So take the good, take the bad. Yeah, I reflect. Yeah, exactly. You gotta reflect. Like, people think that that is just easy. Go to the studio, make music and stuff like that. Yeah. If I tell you the story that I was telling Patreon about the books I've lost, the songs that you would never get ever, because I watched them go down the street in the cab. And I quit rap.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm not doing this, man. A cab, and this was back, I didn't have the cell phone number of the cab driver, but I just watched it go down. the street, dark, Brownsville, Pitkin Avenue, late at night, and I got out the car so fast and forgot my bag.
Yeah.
And it's just like those black moments, like those dark, like what shadow hand came over my mind, blanked me out for that pure second that I couldn't remember. Yeah. And I took that, like time healed me.
Right.
Time healed me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But,
no, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's hard to go through in that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you could have had that whole mindset of being like, well, that's it. I'm never doing it again. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could have had that mindset, but no, you took it and made it yourself. Right. So that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, I was thinking about it. I was like, everybody, we always want to the biggest achievement, the best thing to happen, because we believe that we deserve it. But sometimes life tricks you in certain ways. You have to be able to learn those losses, even though you hate going through those losses. It sucks, but it could create something better. Don't hold on to the loss. Recognize it, look at it, and then let it go. Let it go and continue in terms of the path that you are meant to be. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, look, man, like losses, man. I just think it builds you up a lot more stronger. It makes a stronger person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what they say is what don't kill you makes you stronger. Old cliche, but it pays. It comes into play when you're going through it.
Yeah, real talk, yeah.
Shout out to Yaya, man, 777. He put 5 on it. Made it live, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for everyone who's supporting the Killah Priest Podcraft. Shout out to Eddie. I met Eddie Kane today. Shout out to that brother. He used to manage Fredro and Sticky Fingers. And I met the brother while I was getting some egg drop soup.
Yeah,
egg drop soup. Good as more.
Nice.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Eggs are good.
We read pain is the weakness. David J. Blazer says pain is the weakness leaving the body. Woo! Yeah. Let me get David J. Pain is the weakness leaving the body.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And spicy food is the hotness that's going in.
Real talk.
You know, I like mine spicy, but I'm still tasting it.
Spicy,
Woo!
it's good for your metabolism.
Yeah.
Keeps your metabolic rate up. Also can clear your sinus.
Yeah, clear your sinus, right?
Notice that? Every want some spicy food, you start to breathe better?
Huh?
You ever notice you start to breathe better after some spicy food?
Of course. Yeah.
Word.
Clears your sinus.
That was amazing.
Shout out to Arna. I know he got an old. He's fire.
Yeah, trust me.
Fire.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
Fire and desire.
Yeah. That looks hot.
So we got our shirts back. Shout out to Arna. He has an album release coming up the 19th. I believe I'll be there too. Let's see. Oh
yeah, that looks dope. Yeah, man.
Word.
Yep.
So,
but yeah.
So, okay. Shout out to Danny Warrior. Salinas, the brown buffalo coming through. We was in your country. You know what I'm saying? We saw the pyramids out there. He always hit me up. Shout out to Chicago. When I go out there, I always have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk.
But yeah, man. So let's go back to this house of the burning. No, not leading my people to. It's Solar Facts is dope. So you see the lady with the water leading. I was joking, AD, when you said that, but leading. And that was the Aquarius, right? What's that? Aquarius?
Yeah, it's a man. Follow the man carrying a pitcher of water.
Right.
Yeah.
You enter a house with the man carrying a pitcher of water. Wow. Yeah. Right there starts the show. The animation period starts. You start thinking like, whoa, damn, whatever this is. You know, that always like, man, that's crazy. I can just picture that. A man in the house with a pitcher of water. What does that mean? It's like, yo, you can start a movie off like that.
Yep.
I don't want to give away that. That's a dope idea.
Yeah.
Word, a man in the house with a pitcher of water.
Yeah, but that's
go ahead.
no. I was gonna elaborate on that because that's the power of thought. You know what I mean? That's the power. It can be easily. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is to say the smallest thing. You never know what you can manifest.
Luke 22:10.
It says he answered when you enter the city. Who he answered? What was before that?
Well, we gotta go before that.
All right. So he answered, when you enter the city, a man carrying a jug of water will meet you. Follow him into the house he enters. Damn. That's so profound. Yeah, that's right there is the whole story. You just meet a man with a pitcher of water. He said, follow him. Jerome said, when you see somebody with a ticket, he said, don't go up there asking. You just follow him inside. When Martin played Jerome.
Right.
When he was telling Gina, he was putting Gina on how to go in there. So I'm just saying, look at the connection. Like, when you see a man with a house, enter the house. I said it, AD? Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Aquarius. So when we went into the age of Aquarius, that was that verse.
He said, follow him.
Yeah. Which inevitably we did.
Never stop following.
Yeah.
Then the man with the pictures like, wait a minute, hold on, why you still following me, man?
That was
that is deep though.
That officially was December 21st, 2020.
When he said it?
2012.
What?
No, that's when it happened. Because the end
Wait a minute, what happened?
So,
what date?
December 21st, 2012. Remember how they thought it was the end of the Mayan calendar?
12.
I remember that. 2012.
Shout
I
out to
remember that.
Daddy Rose. He came to my house. Well, I'm going to let you finish, AD. He came to my crib in all red with a red Bible slammed on the table. That was the flyest moment ever.
Nice.
1999, going into 2000. Go ahead.
No, that was the end of the Pisces age.
Yeah.
And then now we're technically on the cusp, but we're in the beginning of the age of Aquarius, which they've spoken on for a long time. There was that song in the 70s about the age of Aquarius.
Yeah, this is the age of Aquarius.
But we're leaving the age of Pisces, which was the House of Illusion. We had a lot of great music. We had a lot of great, movies and stuff. And you notice all the good stuff was back then. Now that we enter the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? Like, only certain people have the music that good by comparison. You know what I mean? There'll never be another Beatles. There'll never be another,
Well, I think, no, you can't say that. I feel like there will be.
I'm just saying.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean by that. But
by comparison.
By comparison.
You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson was dominating the pop era right now. But there's still going to be good music in the future. But my point is that we're now in the age of Aquarius, which is more about information, technology, you know what I'm saying? Cryptocurrency. It's about AI. It's about futurism. It's about building knowledge and stuff like that. Because Aquarius represents, deep knowledge and stuff like that. So it's just it's like the focal point. You know what I'm saying? Where like there's always going to be good music, but back in the age of Pisces, the focal point was more around art and music, and the focal point was on creativity. Whereas now the focal point has changed course onto knowledge, wisdom, learning things. You know what I'm saying? Technology is now more prominent. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So every age has their focal point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once we hit the age of Aries, it's going to be more about war.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Once you're in the age of Capricorn, it's more about numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And real estate. Do you know what I mean? Now, Ka Zodiac can expand on this stuff way more eloquently than I can, but that's just my general synopsis of that entering the age of Aquarius.
Right.
Okay. We don't need. Okay, I was about to say we don't need you. Want that intro? Like you said, I think people want to be fed now, like the parable of the two fish and the bread.
We could talk about that.
It's now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's you. I'm building with you with the two fish.
Yeah.
You Pisces. But it's now. They need that. Like they're hungry. They're starving for something. And you know what's crazy? That people turn a blind eye to real, like what you was talking about with music and art, and turn it. And certain people just block themselves because they don't want to see that fire really burn. But it's the image, not the real. So I think the starvation, like people need, they want that now. Like the time is right for the thought for people to be fed and bones to be uplifted. You know what I'm saying? Water back in it. Because we in a time where it's so toxic. Everybody's saying toxic. Toxic, that's toxic. You're toxic. Toxic. Toxic.
Yeah.
Narcissist. Everybody's, and then gaslighting.
Yeah.
It's so much gas that you probably can't. It's so much gaslighting you can't even light a match.
Yeah. Bro. We're consumed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Real talk.
It's crazy. So at this time, food for thought is very nutrients for our eternal mind, the great eternal mind. Looking at it,
Yeah.
and you got to look at this thing. We sit back and it's really like unveiling right before us, man.
Yeah, we gotta
You're
recognize
talking
it.
about the stars, brother. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me if you're telling me a man is waiting in the house, and then you said, "Man, it's the galaxy," that's the stars, man. You taking me, and we already in space, we're planet. Now you get me back connected with the now I understand. That's where we at. Elevation.
On it. You got to.
That's the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So from us growing,
We got a real astrologer in the chat.
it's toxic. Go with the build.
The infamous astrologer says knowledge is nothing in the Aquarius age. Wisdom is the principal thing now. Ooh,
That's the principal thing.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I like
I think he's quoting my hook. Let me see. Wisdom is the principal thing. Yeah, something like that. That is true. Benjamin. Yeah, I'm trying to go. Well, sometimes it be slow gases, and when they say slow gases, that's gaslighting now. Everybody's gaslight.
Yeah, that's toxic.
They don't.
No. I'm gonna elaborate on that.
competition.
No, I'm saying no. Everything we consume is toxic. You know what I mean? The media that seems entertaining is toxic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody really wants. If you speak in some wisdom or light, you know what I mean? People don't find it as entertaining, right?
Yeah.
But if it's toxic, now everybody loves it because we're so consumed in toxicity that's what's going on today. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
Relationships and
even the ones, oh man, come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the ones that act like they do, don't. So even the ones, it's so great now that even the ones that are supposed to be light-minded is getting blinded.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find it.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100. Yeah.
If you had a shirt right now, I would sign it.
Mhm.
But I want to wonder who designed it.
Think about it. Yeah.
That's a good idea, by the way. Sign shirts on the show. And
Yeah. No, signed shirts. The sign. The sign.
I see what you're
The
saying.
Zodiac sign.
I'm thinking something.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going ultra. We just going ultra word playing
Yeah.
because that's what type of mood I'm in right now. I don't know. I'm just about to back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
You could. We gotta get you some Leo shirts.
Huh?
You do have a lot of shirts that have lions on them.
Yeah. This one, I'm a Demon Slayer.
Oh, yeah, Demon Slayer?
But
Like
that's
that.
anime, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
anime. That's one of my favorite. I like Demon Slayer. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gotta check
You
out
watch
the
it.
anime, man. They
Yeah.
gods, man.
Demon comes from Moon.
D Moon?
Moon.
Ooh,
Moon.
see, right there.
It's also
And
where we get money.
Moon.
Money is Mooney.
Right.
And they call it honeymoon, but the moon do look like a diamond. It look like a pearl sometimes. If you really stare, but sometimes it's chopped in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I'll give you half. You know what I'm saying? You could put the moon when it's in half, you could put it on the side of a cup.
Mm-hmm.
Like a drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like limon. Limon.
The moon.
Ooh, the
Limon.
limon. The half a moon could be the limon.
Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
They tiger shirts. Let me stop.
No, yeah.
Come on, Sala, let's build.
Yeah. Nah, I'm ready.
We in here today.
Oh, yeah.
We all one. You don't need
yeah.
coke. You don't need dope. You don't need, listen, you don't even need, all you need is real love. That's what Mary said.
Mm-hmm.
All you need.
That's 100.
Okay? Shout out to Mary Ann and meth. But that really came from my man, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Yeah.
But they just made it into something great. You know what I mean? All four of them, like Geminis.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But you know,
Oh yeah.
hey, shout out to my man Solar Facts, man. We was building the other day on mysteries, the sacred mysteries. It was dope because I like to have those conversations but some of them is not for everybody. But some of them is like it's that time, but you know, it's steps to it. It's steps to it, and the steps by step till you can get your game on attack, like your wig pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Shout out to Eli the Jedi. It's a deep name, Jedi.
Mm.
Peace to the gods and the Jedi. I think it's the house of the Jedi house. We all have our own tools to use. Each sign is a mace. Is a mace route? Or you meant to say mouse? That sound like a rhyme, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all have our own tools to use. Each sign as a mace route, meaning I'm a Capricorn, and my words and my word is I use. Let me know your sign, and I'll let you know what the word is. It might make a lot of sense. What is it? No doubt that was.
So he technically means a phrase. So there's a phrase,
devotion.
Aries might say "I am,"
Yeah.
and a Sagittarius will say "I see," and Pisces will be like "I believe." So
Okay.
he's saying that for every sign there's a phrase.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what's our thing?
So for Leo, we can let him answer
shout out
if he
to
wants,
him.
but like.
Oh, if he wants to answer it.
A lot of people are watching for the first time. That's why we're getting some brand new names in the super chat.
Hey,
Right.
shout out to all the first time comers. Like I said, man, it's wide open. The game, is wide open. If this is your first time, welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. The game is wide open right now because people want something different. They want to hear something but it's different, but they're used to it because they know it's a voice inside them. And I think that when you hear that word and you connect with it, you kind of like light up. Like right now, people are on low flames because we're not getting enough substance from this society. The outside influence, we're not getting it. Yeah. So it turned our flame down, not off, because if it was off, then that'd be another different story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our flame and soul. See, the ancients spoke about it. They call it the candle or the light, the flame. That's you.
Yeah.
So as you take it to the galaxy, we can take it to the mind, the pyramid, the pyramid, the me. What was it called? Was it Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
The Egypt. What about you, Egypt?
Yeah.
Yourself. Remember Egypt?
Yeah.
Ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
To yourself, you have to understand that the body is a lot.
Yeah. That flame, I say the flame needs oxygen. That's what it really is.
There's the ox.
You gotta breathe.
Yeah.
It needs air. That's how I look at it. That's how a flame grows, right? It needs oxygen. It needs more, you know what I mean? It needs something to feed the flame. Most people don't have it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need to find that what feeds it.
Right.
Feeds your flame.
Feed the flame is oxygenated. There you go. There's the ox. The alif, those are the first words.
Mm-hmm.
The A. But see, they didn't spell it with an O, but you can say, but see, because we this is high science. So I'm gonna get deeper when we're gonna get on the Patreon, but I'm gonna give y'all a little bit now, because it's what we talk about.
Right.
We don't share everything, but we do sit down and we somebody said the divine spark. Or the body is but they call it the vessel, the wine, the aged wine, or the universal color, or the incredible, impeccable light, the extraordinary light. So we walk around, and there's been what you want to say, sages, people through ages. I hate for that to rhyme, but it rhymed, no pun intended. But and there are people who came, and it's like flashes, memory, just patches of boom. Remember this.
Mm-hmm.
So those are like what do I want to say, like reading cards. To this incredible place, because you can just throw them up, and wherever you find, it's the movie at your start. So it might say, like he said, what's your phrase? I came back to that.
Yeah. Just want it.
Soothe Fraser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you got to look at it like that. Poe went in yesterday. Shout out to Prince. Because we're looking at the world through internet.
Oh, I was going. Oh, okay.
Go ahead,
You
Solo.
took it there? Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I said most people looking through the world through their own eyes, and you gotta look through everybody else's eyes if you could see to see how we all relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You only, if you're narrow-minded or narrow thing, you only go off of your own experience and what you perceive. Perception versus perspective versus perception. And, you know what I mean? It's always a battle because you can see things one way, but we all have our own independent lives. We all got our own powers. We all got our own thing that we could manifest in things. People might think, oh, I can't see what you can see. But somebody could see something completely different in this universe. You know what I mean? Right. I can feed this power into this world, but you might not. But you might not even be able.
Stop. You want that?
Oh, damn.
You want it?
All right.
You can feed this power. What? Say that again.
Oof. All right. You can't see what I can see.
Right.
You know what I mean? In my vision and what I can manifest, that's what I can see. You know what I mean? But you can't see what I can see. I can only see through my own eyes. You know what I mean? We both experience something completely different. You could doubt that. People. You know how people doubt.
No. The part where you said you can feed your power into the
universe.
Yeah.
I can see my power. Yeah, I know my power and what I bring into this universe. You know what I mean? Some people try to control that, or some people can't probably see what you can see. I have a vision. I see something. I could be this. I could be that. You know what I mean? And people will be like, no, be what society is trained us to be. This person, you see me as a lawyer, or you see me as a doctor, or you see me as a politician. That's how you see me. But I got a whole nother vision of where I want to be at. You know what I mean? And you can't control who I am. My power to the world is what God gave me. Is what I can control and what I could do. I get it. I can make more money there, maybe. You know what I mean? But who knows? I'm speaking it. I can manifest it. I can say where I'm going to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? You just can't see it yet because that's not your mind is keeping you from seeing what I can do. You know what I mean? Because it's my power.
You know what vision I got when you said that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Malcolm X in the movie? Like, get your hand off. He said, "No, let it burn." He said, "Get off." You just did that. Get off, man. Because sometimes you just gotta yank it. Get off me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about my father's work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm about to do my work.
Right.
And that's who I am.
Yeah.
You see the infinite word? So there's your phrase, I am.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's it.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
And I will. You will yourself into the future.
That's real.
By speaking into existence, what you said with that power, you're walking in, you're wheeling. The wheel, you're rolling into this. Now, man, this is cosmic fire. It's just set off just now, yo.
That's 100.
What you just said was ultimately incredible.
Oh.
It sparked me. I'm gonna turn my flame down.
No, it's real talk, but if you want to get into the astrology of it, right? The air brings the oxygen. Brings the oxygen.
Like this. You got people on AD back.
But that's what it is. That's the air. That's but this is for my zodiac, for the people that love the zodiacs, because it's something I noticed. That's the relationship. It's the fire in the air. We're the fire in the air.
Yeah.
I provide the oxygen. I provide the oxygen in the fire. Flame goes up.
Right.
Yeah, real talk. Nah.
Flame goes up.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is the show. That's going down. That's me.
Yep.
It's a cold picture. I know.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard right there.
Ocean Beach.
That's a depiction.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Shout out to my man.
Who did that?
I don't know. It was it used to have somebody did it a while back. They got that image. It's dope. That looks like a Killah Priest, but almost like a yeah.
You know,
It looks like a Killah Priest. Yeah.
but if you take
chest
that
piece.
image and you give it to David Flores, he'll animate that.
Yo, shout out to Dave Flores. Hold on.
Now,
Speaking of Dave Flores, I saw him do this ill thing off A Walk in Life with my favorite painter, Bob.
Oh, Bob
Ross.
Bob Ross. Yeah. Link on the name.
I went to Ross today. So think about Bob. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope one, man. Shout out to Dave Flores for that. That was dope. Back to our regular
you
program.
could make a whole anime. And with the knowledge that Solomon has with animes too, you guys work together, you can make a whole anime episode if you animate that character.
There you go.
You can make a show.
Shit,
You can make a show.
I would start
Let's
with a
not
pilot.
talk-
I would start with a pilot.
Let's do it.
I'll do the movie.
Just do a pilot. A movie's big. You gotta start small, do a little pilot, and then it could be like an intro into a video. I don't know.
Let's no. You spoke it into existence.
I always see.
Let's do it. AD, I have one question for you.
If you want that depiction of it.
Where is the soundtrack?
I'm working on that now. I got pushed back after that whole debacle with my birthday. But now I got
You grew more.
yeah. I got the keyboard set up. You know what I'm saying? Got the keyboard right here and everything.
Yeah.
It's ready to rock. I can break it out, bam, bam, and then work on them keys. So like I can work on that tonight and on Sunday.
Yeah.
Those are my days off. So the soundtrack's technically done, but I'm trying to go in there and revamp the whole thing, make it sound cooler, add some themes.
Right.
And I'm taking it section by section because when I first did it,
Watch the movie.
I went all the way through and just started adding strings, adding
Right.
keys and stuff like that. But now I'm taking it section by section.
Okay.
So and creating cues.
So you watched the movie.
Yeah.
You watched the whole movie.
Oh, of course, I went
Yo,
through it like
man.
a bunch of
Fine
times.
tooth.
But I wasn't.
Listen,
I
y'all
wasn't
gonna
going,
love this movie. Me and Dave did. It's crazy. We got another one coming. Dave Flores, shout out to you, my brother. I know I've been taking a little bit time on this because I've been doing more shows lately, and getting back to that end, and I've been working on some music. But this little piece, I'm very much enjoying writing these movies. It's got something on me right now. I'm like, yo, I'm enjoying this, man. It's just getting everybody, the actors, to come in and do the voiceovers. It was dope. It's gonna be amazing, yo. When AD finish, as a team, I think we're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Unstoppable. Only doubt is when you have in yourself. Remove the doubt and live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to pull it out. A lot of times we mess up our phone or something ain't working. We change the phone.
Yeah.
Why don't you do the same thing to your attitude?
No, everybody. No, I'm gonna.
It's real. Go ahead, go sorry.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say we all got the keys to our own shackles. You know,
Ooh.
and it's real talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You just gotta release yourself.
It was hard.
Nah, that's how I see doubt, fear,
Star
and
got
shame.
my bucks. Go ahead. So,
I know. I'm gonna hit it again.
Star has got my bucks.
They're taking everybody's bucks.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Go ahead. So I know that cat. The cat took it. The cat got your tongue on that one.
Nah. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, but no. That's what I always say. We hold the keys to our own shackles. You know what I mean? That's something that we all want to be free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't place yourself there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most people put their own shackles on.
Keys
Most
to our
people,
own shackles.
most people try to control you and put their shackles on you. But you got to release yourself from it. You know what I mean?
Keys of Solomon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever key.
That's a great name, man. You named them, of course, obviously.
Solomon.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
He kind of named himself. He gave it to me, and I said, "Oh snap!" You have to be able to listen to receive. Sometimes you thinking you doing it, and they doing it for you. Like we choose what we was going to see. A lot of people don't know this. We choose. We chose our parents.
Yeah.
Our ancestors before them chose them. There's nothing new. We played this part out in order to manifestate ourselves as what we're going to be.
That's real. Yeah, that's 100. That's 100. Yo.
Supreme. I be holding myself. I'm full of joy. It's like almost like I had a UFO experience.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the mothership. Like right now, I'm like, let me chill, bro. Because inside, it's like, I feel like crying. But I'm like, man, damn, what's this feeling right now? Because we all together building. Seeing Salo, AD in a chat room is deep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Red Sun. It's moving and it's touching. And it's like, man, I could be sitting down and telling you the experience that I'm feeling.
Oh, that's beautiful. We'll talk. Oh, the book. Yeah, the book.
It's not a fly by night. No pun intended.
What is that?
That's real. That's real.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm on fire right now. It's not a fly by night. That could be a joke. Would you tell the owl, I'm not a fly by night?
Right. Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
When I open this book, I'm gonna open it for y'all. There's nothing in it.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
That's crazy, right?
Till I put it in there, and then it comes to life.
Yeah.
We have that power of the pen, and we make life with this. And y'all have made life with me. This is deep, man. We are now not just on the craft, but we're entering into the mother. This ship is incredible.
That's 100. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to make it weird, but
No.
it
You're
get
right,
weird.
you're right. Nah, you good. You good. Nah.
It's an incredible moment that we capturing it here.
Oh, 100.
You know.
Yeah. I know.
Thanks for bringing us back. The star has got my bucks.
I mean, chill. I mean,
See the cat. Yo, I want to know what's going on, AD. Do you set that cat up to be attacking us? No,
I have no control of him.
Yo.
I gave him some steak at breakfast, so I thought he'd be more chill.
Are you Catholic?
that's one.
Because he be looking, you like.
Yeah, he got the dead eyes out. You got the the killer instincts.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah,
He's doing that, but he's bluffing though. I mean,
Oh
Solo.
no! Oh, we know that. Yeah.
What it is that cats are very. Should we play that little small that documentary on cats?
Tripping.
Yeah, he's on. He almost like a statue. But his ear's not back.
Nah. He's
But
cool.
they said something about No, I read something about cat. Don't move.
Oh yeah.
No, I read something about their movements. If they tail moving in a certain way, they act like they cool or something. But now he's like, I don't know, he's like arched real tight. He's almost like he's about to jump.
A little bit, yeah.
I just saw him put his legs like he's about to spring on you.
Yeah, it looked like that. That's why I be like trying. That's why I always look over here because I be like, yo.
That other time you punched him.
Oh, I ain't punched him. I stepped on him.
I'm just saying, AD threw him. You stiffed on him. He only caught me that one time, but we have it on camera. Let me see. Remember when C1s were here and he was standing on the edge and he swung and he like.
Yeah.
But he just turned his back.
Turn his back. Not important no more. That's crazy.
He know what you're talking about him.
Yeah. He know now. He's like, all right, he on to us. It's not fun no more.
Somebody said, every dog got their day. People who have cats smell like them have cats.
But damn,
Oh, I like cats.
but I wanted to elaborate what I said though. That is a 100% real about doubt, fear, and shame, and everything like that. Anything like that. You know, people don't realize that. You know, you cage yourself in that. You know what I mean? You trap yourselves in that. You gotta kind of release that. You know what I mean? It's easier. It's easy to do. It's just that people don't think they could take that. You know, they don't think they have the key. That's the problem. That's the part. Yo, man.
Right.
I get it. Other people, you know what I mean? But everybody else is.
Or they lost their keys. They be like, ugh.
Nah, the key's right there. They just
Right,
don't want to
right.
pick it up because the person next to them in their cell said, "Don't unlock yourself.
Right.
You gotta, you know, we all caged up here for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Padlock.
You know what I mean? That world's scary out there. If you leave the cell, it's those are the people that make them fearful. That makes them afraid of releasing themselves. Because that person be like, you gotta be like, yeah, they feed us, they do everything else, we're comfortable here. We're just locked in. You know what I mean? But you gotta be able to release yourself. You know what I mean? You know, don't cage yourself because everybody else is locked up.
Right. Exactly.
It's real talk.
Shout out to Dirty South. I see Dirty South in the house. I see shrimp tacos, churros tonight. Yeah, no doubt. Man, get you something. Sit down, relax. You know what I mean? I can tell some woo stories. You know what I'm saying? I save a couple for the Patreon. We're in retrograde, right? We're approaching the end. All right, so we're approaching the end of retrograde. It's good to have these conversations like this because the arsonist who set one on fire in LA. Because having a conversations like this kind of like open you up to the real, to like examine in all due respect and to self-reflect. Find the inner child. That's what we're looking to grow. So we have these out-of-body experience and it's like therapeutic because you can't say that we don't go through tough times. I mean, with just the corona and how people are just backing away from each other and no longer speak to each other. There's times when you could, embrace, and that was where we was at. I said this, Rob. Shout out to Daylight, man. I was and my man Dro. I was at the studio with Daylight. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can tell you, AD.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's coming to the show too.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. Live?
Listen, I was sitting and talking to Daylight like we talking. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, man. I forgot to tell you. So it was yesterday. I was at the studio.
I know. We have a common friend, Mr. P. Preston.
Mr. Free?
He's a dude I like recorded back in the day. But
Yeah, he lives in OC now. I don't know. Let's just see you out that way.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, man. I'll show you. So we was,
That's
yeah,
cool,
we was
man.
all hanging out in the studio, and
That would be dope
Daylight.
to meet him, man.
Oh yeah, man. We got. Oh, you don't even know.
We gotta get Disaster,
Yes.
Math
yes,
Hoffa. They got their own podcast. In
Yeah,
New
Math
York,
Hoffa is doing well. He's doing a podcast. Big up to the Brooklyn. But yeah. So we was kicking it, man. We was
That's
just
cool,
kicking it.
man.
We were recording.
That's what
And that you threw me off because you said I was like Daylight. You know what I'm saying? Every night. Yeah, exactly. So shout out to that brother. But we was doing some stuff in the studio,
That's nice.
and we had a good conversation. He was telling me mostly about how battle rap has, that's been the culture.
Yeah.
Get it? You cannot walk into battle rap. It was just called rap, but what you had to do was battle. This is back with me. Before me, with Kumo D. Kumo D was then he met LL, Swift, him and LL back. But even before that, Busy B and all these guys. So rap, our culture has always been battling.
Right.
What you say to me?
Yeah.
So he was saying something that was so real because everybody wanted pop. You say, well, we can make music, but we can't make that. You know what I'm saying? They're pushing certain people to make certain songs, dancey joints and stuff like that. But then real spitting is back because people are starting to lyrically. I tell you, LA got some dope MCs, man. I'm gonna get people jealous out there, but it's true. Used to talk. Oh my God, Priest used to toss rap. Well, anyway, lyrically, because there was a drought at one time, but then now I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I'm looking to the camera when I say this. I'm hearing that clubs are no longer rocking like that in Atlanta. Is that right?
I can see that.
I know New York, we went down because people don't want to dance, and the price. AD, maybe you could come in. I heard the price is like crazy now. Like everybody has to have the VIP section. So regular clubs now, they don't even dance because everybody wants to. Everything's about buying the bottles in the VIP section.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It's like it's turning more into the strip club style.
Yeah.
Because like Atlanta is the capital of strip clubs. You know what I mean? And like the one I work at is like everyone gets a section.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And they're just making it rain.
It is.
In the section. Do you know what I
Dancing
mean? Like
is
they
going,
choose their girls and then they just making it rain in the section. And there'll be like several sections happening at the same time. Some stage money. But like that's their thing. And then dudes will come in just mad loaded and then by themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hearing this.
Like no homies. Just sit there. Have like 3 girls, just make it rain, and they'll tell me, play some Boss Man D-Lo. I'm like, all right. I already played it, but I'll play it again. And they're just making it rain, and boom. And then once they run out, they're just gone.
Yeah. You know what happens? You know why,
Crazy.
though? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because they want to feel like they popping, and they not, But
It's probably a dopamine hit.
No, I can see that. But that's what I'm trying to say is like, we all want, they want to feel like they are the popping person in the spot. So that's why they get this in it. But I always said, clubs are not the same no more. Clubs, this is not, I went to the club not too long ago.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's real talk, And I can see it because I always
This
said,
is big, yo.
I'd rather go to house parties. I'd rather go to parties, at this point. Because it's like, there's no dancing. You know what I mean? There's no dancing. There's no fun of it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. It's not as popping no more. And then drinks are expensive. Drinks are expensive.
Way expensive.
It's like, it's almost too much. You know what I mean? It's almost not worth it as much. You know what I mean?
Youth talking right here.
Yeah, I'm 20,
You be out there. No. Keep it going.
Yeah, it's
sucking the life out of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I get the general premise. When I go to a club, it's like, yeah, it's the same thing. If you want to talk to a girl, you could. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do or accomplish for the night, but you're not really having much fun there. You know what I mean? You're just drinking. You know what I mean? They got you in that frequency in that environment. But the VIPs is where you get the most attention. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of flexing going on.
It's flexing, but it's not even like it's cool. Like it's like, oh, you in the VIP section now? It's almost like it's kind of like, yeah, you spent that money? All right.
Wow.
I could literally look at you like that. Like, oh, okay, how much you spend? 500? Oh, you spent 500 for the night? There's no girls there. That's crazy.
Wow.
But I'd be laughing because I'd be like, nah, it's not even really fun. You're not having a good time. People on their phones. You know what I mean? I see people on their phones in the club. I'd be like, that's how you know you're not. Why you just went out? You just went out for no reason. I'll go into a club sometimes and just walk out because it's like not really. It's not my scene really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Minty Hopetep says the LA underground hip hop scene is alive and thriving. I think
Yo, I'm telling you.
that'll always. I think, thrive.
but check it out. This is what I've built with Daylight. He said that the youth now getting into Doom. They start going back to MF Doom. So it's going back to cats like, okay, let's go through this file now. Yo, and now you're telling me, and this is what I'm hearing, that the life of the party is no more life of the parties. It's all about style and flexing. No one dances no more. So the DJs are getting like, what's going on here? They're starting to worry.
No.
They started. The DJs is like because the DJ always gonna live.
Yeah.
They've been reading it and they said, man, there's no more dance. These all drill.
Well, they're dancing, but it's mostly twerking.
Yeah,
I was going. I was about to go into that.
It's drill rap.
It's drill.
Yeah.
Party.
But it's weird at a nightclub because at a strip club it makes more sense because the
Right.
twerking's happening and the dudes want to make it rain. But when you're at a nightclub, you can't exactly do that. You know what I mean? So and you just be in the background, just kind of smacking the booty.
But what you're saying is 100. Because look, I tell you, I'm gonna go. I could go deep with this.
Yeah.
Parties are supposed to be intimate. When you dance, it's supposed to be intimate. Like, you know how you dance with somebody? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be an intimate thing. You know, what you said is real. Right. It's most of it is about twerking. You know what I mean? Or the popping song. You know what I mean? There's some dances. Don't get me wrong. There's some dances that will dance, but they'll dance in isolation. You know what I mean? They're dancing by themselves. You know what I mean? Parties are to me. If you go dance in a party, it's supposed to be intimate. It's supposed to be between but. People, it's like now it's all about isolation, dancing. You know what I mean? You got your real dancers, they out dancing people. There's no real dance battles going on. You know what I mean? You might have one person that's dancing and really going crazy, but it's not the same. I feel like from like probably before our times. You get to see all these movies and everything like that, like in the 80s and 90s, where it was like it seemed like it was a popping thing for a party. But it's like nowadays it's isolation. It's like, okay, these girls have their group of friends. They're gonna dance with each other, and that's it. You know what I mean? You got the dude you might have the real dancer in the club, but it's like whatever. You know what I mean? But it's it's an isolation thing.
The joy is gone,
and it's really dominated by certain artists. Like
you're waiting for Joy to come.
Moneybag Yo.
Now Joy is got a little bottle on her head. Yeah, like yeah. So you waiting for Joy to come. But now Joy is, check out, how you doing, AD? The strip announcer voice.
Oh.
Say, check out Joy.
We got Joy on stage 5, guys, watch out.
Exactly. So that's the joy you get now. It's like, the joy is gone. So now, I've heard that it's kind of like getting into Atlanta now. It's crazy. Like, they're complaining. DJs. And they were like, man, where we at? Because everybody paying a lot of money. I heard it's crazy expensive. Because everything, the bottle, service, and everybody got to start. The South. Yeah. Turn up, I'm going on.
Yeah. No, it's hood mentality. No, I'm killing. It's hood mentality. You think you're popping, but you're not. It's really that's what it is.
It's an illusion, but.
I
can see how it's a lot of fun though. Like I see it happening all the time.
You can see how it is.
Bars. Well, I'm at karaoke now. It's like I want to take me back.
Yeah.
You out there like, it's like Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is that saying about our culture now? What is it saying? What is that talk? What is that speaking to us?
Wilding out, you know what I mean? Because you can film now. Like at our club, you can just go on Instagram with that, and you're just flexing on Instagram on the IG.
I knew something was wrong when they said that painting parties.
Well,
I knew something was strange when they said, sipping paint. What the hell type of weirdo serial killer? Because you said, how did you do? Yeah, sipping paint. It's the easiest thing to do, but it's so weird. You never heard of that? Sipping paint?
That's more of a
What is that?
I like to call those more. Those are more like events. Like those are like people that host events. They'll host an event. They'll be like sipping paint, or like they'll have edibles or something like that. You just sit down. You have a canvas, blank canvas. They might give you an image to paint. You know what I mean? I like the ones where you could just make your own your own image and everything like that. But that's mainly.
That sounds like a Venice Beach thing.
That's mainly, mainly only people that's gonna go to those mainly is like mostly women or people that going on dates. That's typically who goes.
Like a couples thing.
It's a couple / like girls and brunch. You know what I mean? That's what it typically is.
The day after the club.
Yeah. Oh no, it's it's. I mean, I want to give away game, but if you want to meet some women, that's where you want to go.
Wow.
Which way? Where?
A sip and paint. That's what you want to go if you want to.
Oh,
meet
sip and paint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sip and paint.
I thought
and
you were
you
talking
paint.
about sipping paint. I was
No.
like,
Like your paint.
No.
I like the paint you do right there. What is that supposed to be?
Yeah.
Do you usually come out to this party like this?
A lot of creative type girls and stuff like that. That's actually better.
No, that
sounds a little more fun.
That's a good spot. I'll tell you, that's a good
They
spot.
switching it up.
But hey, I mean, I'm just not trying to give away all the recipes. Yo.
That cat is crazy, yo.
But yeah, I like that. I like that though. Day parties is better. Day parties are better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's something that I'd get more. But you know, that's more in like New York. I think New York has better day parties. I don't know about LA. Like
that way you can be passed out by 7 o'clock.
Nah, it's better. It's
St. Patrick's Day all over.
better.
Again.
Nah.
St. Patrick's Day all through. Yeah, well, they have the private parties. Private parties now. So it's crazy now, man. When you get into knowing what's going on, and it's all crazy, man. Shout out to Starks, too. Shout out to Starks. Bro, that was with David Chappelle. Shout out to David Chappelle. Beach parties. I don't know too much.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's mainly Miami.
Yeah.
You're not-
Because
and LA too. LA got beach parties.
Florida though is crazy.
Yeah.
Beach
Yeah.
parties. I never really. What do you do? It's like, bing, ding, 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 ding.
Pretty much.
Play a little. It get you in shape though, but you know what I mean. If you're not playing a volleyball, I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
some
yeah,
sandy sandwich. I don't know.
Getting some sun.
Sandwich.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What you the same?
But yeah, nightclubs not the wave. They're not really popping in my opinion at this point. I get bored. I literally get bored at them. You know what I mean?
It's different. I
Yeah.
heard nobody's dancing. Everybody buying. You have to now. They have some that have mandatory coming in for the. This is right here. You have to sit over here. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They're buying the bottle when you're coming in. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah. It's worth.
If you're celebrating something,
You might as well just
It's
go.
cool.
Just
But
yeah.
but if
it's
it's
your homie's birthday. Back next
But
time.
that was
But that's the only way-
The difference.
but that's
That was
the
different
only
than
way I
bars.
would really want to go there.
Yeah.
If it's my friend's birthday.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would go. I'm not doing that for my birthday.
Yeah.
Like personally for me, you know what I mean?
I'm going back to Dave and Buster's myself.
That's where it's at. Game rooms are coming back.
Just keeping
Game-
it chill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, game rooms are making a comeback. People are they making the game rooms more fly now. Like you could drive, you could drink there. They're having
Right.
a little game rooms with the little cup holders, stuff
Yeah.
like that while they play. So that's like almost like a sip and paint, but just while you play. So game room, club themes. There was one that was wild.
They got one next to the Mario Kart. Now you can actually drink and drive.
That was a good one. That's kind of wild. Drinking, driving the club.
Yeah.
That is wild. Mario Kart. Oh, yo, that's crazy. It's a psycho thought. Man, you got to write that down. That's a bar. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, so they have different type of. I'm just saying that to not glorify, but just saying that how we're going so far with technology. Society's taking the joy out of life, and it's almost like locking down everyone's bitter, then they become dementia infused,
Right.
and it is like lonely, and then people become adapted. Now we're all visiting each other through webcams,
Yeah.
so everyone's being secluded by themselves, and you have to have a very good mind. Yeah, because in solitary, you have to find a way to build, and that's where we at. And they're not going to tell us that, but they're just going to keep pushing that idea over our heads and stuff like that.
People looking to fill a void,
Yeah,
They try to find it. That's how I see it nowadays. I think people all trying to look to fill a void, look for validation. They seeking validation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? From friends or whoever they think is big or whatever. That's why they say status is so important nowadays. And you know, it's just not. It's, you know, we have a problem with communication. I even said this about relationships nowadays. I said we all got a problem with communication. It's everything is communication. Knowing how to talk. That's the being we are. We're able to talk for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're able to understand each other for a reason. You know, but everybody, we're in such a like an isolated thing. We're getting more and more isolated. That's why I think COVID was so necessary. But like now we're trying to get back to knowing how to socialize again and talk as people, you know, how to have proper communication. But when you really catch on to it, a lot of people are not really healed in themselves. And that's what it really is. People are trying to fill the void. And that's the miscommunication. A lot of people are trying to fill a void instead of actually, you know, trying to really build and grow and, you know, all that type of stuff. But, you know, that's the part, you know what I mean? Celebration is beautiful, you know what I mean? If you have a good celebration, it's nice. But we're such in like a corporate setting nowadays, you know, people only looking for the, like, you know, your status and all that type of stuff, which, you know what I mean? Yeah, it matters to a degree, but it's not, it doesn't make communication like real. Like, you know, people trying to gain access for certain reasons from you, you know what I mean? It's crazy nowadays, man. It's crazy though. I could really talk about on this generation because I've been living it and I've noticed what it really is. You know what I mean? It seems like a disconnect. It's like, you know, I could catch on to fake very quickly, and it's a natural talent. I don't know what it is about myself, but it's a natural thing. Like I catch on to people the way they talk to me and why you talk to me. You know what I mean? It seems like people try to gain access nowadays in communication. Instead of like, oh yeah, what do you do and how can you improve my life? You know, they're trying to use whatever you got, and that's another part of the problem. You know what I mean? But you know,
Yep.
massive manipulators. No, I'm just saying, I can just say whatever what I want to say. But nah, it's just how I look at things now, man. I just that's why it's important to like just find what makes you you know thrive, great or whatever. Enjoy it, you know what I mean? Celebrate how you want to celebrate. I always say that. People think you have to do this grand celebration all the time, and it's good to do that. But yeah, like AD said, like, you know, David Buster's is cool. You know what I mean? You don't have to do too much. You know, people want to go to the club and pop bottles and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, I like popping champagne, but I'd rather pop my own bottle of champagne. You feel me? Not go to a club, popping champagne in front of everybody just to get some validation. You know? That's the real talk. But hey, man.
Yeah, you going in?
Yeah, I keep it real, man. Because I know what it is. A lot of people trying to fill a void. You know what I mean? That's that part, that piece in your part that's missing. Have confidence in yourself. That's all.
Killah Priest Podcraft.
Yeah, media.
That's the math. The media is destroying humanity. Some people would say, no, it's not. But in a way, when you look at it,
there's pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pros and cons. I think there's pros and cons. You know? It's with the informational era, so that you're gonna get both good things about it.
right?
Just because you healthy, another person might be unhealthy and take it a different way. You know what I mean? Real talk. So yeah. You know what I mean? Social media, I say that about relationships, you know what I mean? How can we always see the good relationships, all the image going on vacations? Why we all going, everybody going to Dubai? You know what I mean?
Dubai.
Yeah, everybody going to Dubai and everything like that with no wedding.
I'll do bad by myself.
Instant gratification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Minty Hotep.
You deserve to go on this trip. Why do you deserve to go on the trip? Y'all not married. You're not, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if y'all go on trips before y'all go on the honeymoon, how's the honeymoon special now?
Wow.
Damn, right? That's crazy. Yo, oh man. I got that spirit.
That just tripped me out.
I caught that spirit just now, right?
Yeah.
People in relationships, dating relationships, the expectation now is travel, right? Yo, if we get married, or you know, if that's the destination to our relationship, right? How's a honeymoon special now? Like, how can y'all really enjoy a honeymoon now? Real talk, y'all already went to Dubai. Y'all already went to all these expensive areas.
Dubai.
That's crazy, right? Man,
Dubai.
We already went to Dubai. We went to Hawaii. We went to Jamaica. Where's your honeymoon going to be at? That's the part. Y'all already traveled everywhere.
Because everybody want to do this.
It's not even special no more.
When they get out, they want to take pictures of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Look where I'm at. Self-gratification.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to call it what it is because nobody likes to take accountability. And that's the society. And society pushes for that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
The more you try to grow, the more they pacify us with more weak, easy things to go to. So we won't be able to progress or grow because we're being cradled or babied into this whole thing of, no. That's why everybody real catsy and no one could sit down and have a real conversation and get anywhere. That's the only thing. We lock the doors and kind of like putting on the gas ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're shutting the windows to real conversations and where we can grow. And we're suffocating ourselves from the outside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's real talk. That's real talk. I like that. Yeah, man. Yo, I learned people, I learned a lot of relationships at surface level. And that's one thing I've learned about, because you gotta get deeper. You gotta fix, because I said this too, right? A lot of people want to feel this. No, hold on, I gotta say this right. People come halfway. They have a circle. People want to find another person and make the complete circle. Now y'all gotta come in as a Venn diagram. That's how you make a complete circle. Real. I mean, y'all, that's real talk. People looking for something to fill their, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking, because you got me like really thinking about that. Yeah. It's people that don't see it. They don't. People need deeper conversation. You know what I mean? People need that, but people are so wounded some way. Yeah. You can't even really elaborate that far because people take it personal, right. And sometimes the truth. You know how they say the truth hurts, right? But you can't take it personal. You got to listen to what the person's actually saying. Not make up a world of what that person's saying to you. People are not dissing you, you know what I mean? Or people are not trying to like hurt you. They want you to grow. They want you to be built better. But a lot of people don't want to listen to the truth of who they are. And that's because we don't elaborate so deep. We don't go so deep. We only go so far into the surface. But you go deeper, you find treasure. That's my biggest saying. Right. You know what I mean? You gotta go into the ocean, swim deeper, dive deeper to find even treasure in the first place. But people want to stick to the surface and look at the water. You know what I mean? The waves is your emotion. You gotta just know how to ride it. Pause. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's just real talk.
Keep feeling.
I just feel like people don't listen to the truth. People need the truth because it gets you further in life. You know what I mean? You start rejecting everything, you'd be like, oh no, I'm just comfortable and I want to live in my belief system. It's like, you gotta kind of exit out of that, man. You gotta just listen to the truth and understand what it really is. Because we love looking to the surface. We don't like going deeper to understand things. You know what I mean? They call it overthinking, but most times it's like, there's further truths to seek. You know what I mean? On the surface, that's what it seems like because people don't want you to tap in that far. You know what I mean? People don't want to be exposed to light. That's real talk. You know what I mean? They want to stay in their shadow. And I get that. You know what I mean? But when light comes, you gotta be the brighter person and absorb the light. You know what I mean? Be brighter.
Be the brighter person.
Yeah, man. Because a lot of people want to stay comfortable in their darkness. And when people put light on you, I'm like, oh shoot, you're exposing me. And it's like, really look at yourself. You know what I mean? It's the real talk. It's like, really look at it. It's like, what you really feeding in? You feeding in toxicity? You're consumed in toxicity, really. You know what I mean? It's bad. You know what I mean? And that's how you poison yourself, you know? You got to really recognize that. But, people, I get it. People want to stay comfortable in their darkness, shadow. You know what I mean? I get it, But when you put light on it, it's like, damn, I didn't even realize what I was doing this whole time. I've now questioned my whole life. And maybe the world that I built up in my mind It's all shattering down. But it really isn't. It's just that you learn something new. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just gotta know how to go about it. That's why I say people who are so stubborn. It's like, yeah, is walking away from that. Like if you're beefing with somebody that you're close to, you know what I mean? Whoever it is, it could be whatever. Your thing is to run. Why not just try to solve the problem? Oh, because that person's difficult. Then be the bigger person. It's okay to be the bigger person in that moment. Right. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of pride to take that out. You gotta take a lot of your pride out to even be able to do that, to see that far and heal that relationship. You know what I mean? If it's worthwhile. You know what I mean? Because it's you know, people just all over here like, oh yeah, I'll just run this. I'll run away and find the grass is always greener on the other side, and I'm gonna try to prove something wrong on that person. Nah. If you want to prove something wrong for somebody else, prove it for yourself. Don't prove it for another person. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, you could be the bigger person and make that relationship even better and stronger. But, you know, that's how I look at life, you know?
When you were saying something, I was going to come in. And then you said something else. And I was like, damn, I'm trying to queue up. But, don't take it personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tried to catch you. Then you said darkness. I was like, slipping in the darkness. you gotta be on point.
Yeah.
AD, we're gonna get it to the point where we have some things like just set up like that. You know?
You mean like cues?
Yeah, like cues. Like if you say something, we just push it in. You good with the laugh though? But,
yeah.
know.
I mean, it's all. I can program your sound effects.
Yeah, that was facts.
Let me know what you want me to update.
Killah Priest Podcraft. Killah Priest Podcraft. Going in. Yo, somebody said patience. No, Solo, you going in, man.
Nah, yeah, man.
Being a bigger person, but can be detrimental. That's
I mean, no, yeah, but you know, you gotta just recognize it. You know what I mean? It can be detrimental, but you gotta recognize it. You know, we like to say being a bigger person, but you're a stronger person individually. You know, you might not get the validation you want, but that's all it really is for you, right? Is validation. That's all you really want is the validation. That's what you say is detrimental. No, I'm being real. Because people want to feel like I want to be right in this moment. Nah, you're not going to be right in every moment. You know what I mean? You got to just recognize for what it is. And that might hurt a little bit. But, oh man, I don't care. I mean, I'll just move on my own anyway.
Oh, man.
Nah, we just want to seek because that's what it really is, the validation.
All right.
I know.
No, he said nice guys finish last is a thing. If you got no balls, you will starve. What do you mean by that?
Nice guys. He's saying nice guys will finish last. If you got no balls, you will starve. I mean, yeah, you gotta be a man. Nah, well, you can't be. Look, you can be. I always say this. You can be a good person, but just don't be too nice. You know what I mean? It comes across a little like, you know. Yeah, no, I agree with that. You know what I mean? Nice guys, but just be a good person. I mean, that's how I look at life. You know, as long as my morals are correct, that's how I validate the good person thing. Yeah, nice guys, being too nice to everybody, everything like that. You know what I mean? That's why I said the truth hurts. If I tell you the truth, it's gonna hurt you a little bit. You know what I mean? It's all good because I mean I don't got all the answers either, right? But people want to live in their own world of what they think is true. You know, so. I get the nice guy finish last thing. I've always said nice guys got to recognize that, you know, not everybody's going to treat their kindness the way that, not everybody's going to treat their kindness with the same respect. You know what I mean? You gotta know who to treat kindly. That's how I look at being a nice guy. Like, you're going to be nice.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, know who you're going to treat. You're going to treat your mom nice. You know what I mean? Like, that's stuff that I look at, right?
Be
like,
cordial.
Yeah, just being nice to your mom, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but treating the wrong girl is going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Treating a girl too nice is going to hurt you. But treating your mom is okay. You know what I mean? Just treat your mom kindly.
I'm like
you know what I mean?
nicer to the girls I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not interested in that girl, just be very nice. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how are you? Gonna see? But if you like her, you can start playing some games. That'll be nice.
Yeah, man, I mean,
I usually give her like the shoulder and stuff like that and be like, what's up? You good? All right, cool. You know what I mean? A little bit of gameplay is fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I always say every baller
Go.
got their different game. You know what I
All
mean?
do it.
Not everybody got dunk packages though. That's something I always say. I always say you gotta, you know, people think they got game, but like not everybody got to learn what game they play. You know what I mean? Steph Curry could shoot threes. I'm not asking Steph Curry to dunk the ball all the time. Real talk.
I need their birthday first.
Yeah, no. I feel you. Yeah, nah. Yeah, man. I'm just, but yeah, real talk. I think this is different ways of thinking things. I think that's how I look at life. I look at we're very narrow minded based on what we hear and what we believe or what we think. You know what I mean? But I believe that there's so much more context to every situation. You know what I mean? That's something I always say. You know what I mean? As long as you're doing the wise decision, being yourself, trying to treat people, with respect and kindness. You can kill people with kindness all the time. You know what I mean? Reflect that energy onto them. You know what I mean? Once you hold on to negativity, you're gonna be a negative person. You know what I mean? Look, man, there's a reason why hurt people. You know what I mean? And we deal with a lot of hurt people every single day. That's why I said we're consumed in toxicity. The media we consume is toxic. Our friends might be toxic. Whatever it could be. You know what I mean? You got to learn how to be walking your own light and walking your own direction. It takes a lot of courage to do that. You know what I mean? Because people will be like, why are you not doing the thing I want you to do? Because no, I got my own body. I got my own soul. I can control that. You know what I mean? I can walk in my own direction of life, And it's all respect and love, you know what I mean? But people might not understand that, It's a way you gotta kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage, man. Yeah, do your shadow work. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, yeah, man, you gotta really recognize what you like my dad said about inner child. Yeah, heal the inner child. That inner child is something that is precious. You know what I mean? Because that is you. You know what I mean? We like to reject our younger selves a lot. You know what I mean? You might have acne. You might have been like a little overweight. People might have teased you. Whatever your trauma was or whatever. People tease me on my speech patterns, but that ain't stop me. But like, I love the fact that that's why I say you gotta celebrate those losses or those times that make you felt away or whatever. Because look at where you at now. Look how you evolve. You know what I mean? That's why I said do your work that it really matters. You know what I mean? You gotta embrace your shadow. You know what I mean? Because you have the light now. So I mean, look at yourself and really admit, like, I'm proud of what I've done. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boom. Yeah. Oh man, I just, No. It's all good. It's all good. No, but I'm a strong people person. I believe that, because somebody just told me they would, and this is like somebody that just praised me, right? And I was like, I appreciate it. I always say I appreciate it. I try to be the best I can. You know what I mean? In whatever situation. So if I'm talking to somebody, I show them kindness and respect off the jump. You know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna show you that. You know what I mean? A lot of people got masks they like to wear. People don't want to know how to. People don't want to be revealed, but like I could kind of see that truth. You know what I mean? I can always tell when somebody's being authentic or not. But I try to be kind. I try my kindness. I keep it real. You know what I mean? Somebody was just like, Simon, I wish I could be like the way you are. And I'm like, nah, it's not even like don't try to be me. Be who you are at the end of the day. But like, just see, you got to understand that you can't, there's no way of controlling people. People are going to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? And we come across a lot of controllers. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have control in themselves. And you got to learn how to be able to control yourself. You know what I mean? Know who you are and identify who you are. That's why I said, like, all those losses, yeah, I could reflect on it and I could place blame and doubt on everybody else, but like, that's holding me back if I'm just over here holding grudges for no reason. You know what I mean? I'm walking my path respectfully. You know what I mean? And I'm on my own righteous path. You know what I mean? You can't take me off of it. That's the 100. That's 100, man. But that's life, man. That's life. You know what I mean? You know? Huh?
Focus.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm locked in, too. I'm locked in. But...
There's pasta in there from last time, Priest.
Oh, that's cold.
On the top one, yeah.
Nah, man.
Aged.
Well, since what?
Oh, marinated.
Since Sunday.
Pickled.
You made it.
Yeah, I know.
It looked too good to throw away, Priest. You made that.
Pickled.
It had garlic in it.
Look at here.
It looked too nice to
That
throw
was
away.
right here.
There you go.
Was,
Mm-hmm.
You look like Little Joker from Friday 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds and fifties. Tickle bitties.
Yeah. Yo, man. Give a
Oh, appreciate that.
man. You were going in, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, I just caught the spirit, so I just said,
Hey.
why not?
Nah, no, that's what be happening a lot of times, man. A lot of times we be up here and we just go into a zone because we sharing so much information. You know, information can be inflammation. So it can catch fire. And it, woo, be like, damn, that's some inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
They say it's bad for the body, but it's good for the mind to catch fire.
Right.
So, yeah, man, that's it. KP and Son. Hey, man, I am on Shaolin, willing to take a discussion to the moon, stars, and above, and up and down. Okay, we started off by saying, going down. See, I'm in a house.
KP in the house?
Yeah, I'm in a house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a house of the 16. So a numerologist told me that my house, being the 16, that I experience up and down.
Mm.
So my house will always go up, but then it'll come down for some reason. I don't know how he broke it down. So people who are 16 experience the growth, and it's crazy because you didn't. This is deep because you didn't even tell me about this, but you started building on it at the beginning, going through hell, coming out right, loving it, and when I did Bible, that's the first thing that I thought of. I was like, you know what? I've been through a lot in situations that I've seen from Grandma, Columbia, South Carolina, man. You know, LeClaire Drive. Just being on there to clear my mind. I'm not trying to even rhyme. No caffeine, no. But I was, the first thought, I was like, damn, because I have a picture of me and she's holding my hand. I'm like 8, something like that. I have the same picture with my mom's. You know what I mean? Or like the picture you showed me, which that was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I had to say, around 12, what we experience and what we do see, because the grown-up world don't think that we see as a child, in a child mind, in a child eyes. They do see. They see you smoking crack or doing drugs. They see it. So when you show them something positive, they can absorb it more because the brain at that moment is absorbing so much and so fast that it's taking it. That's why a kid can't be on drugs.
No.
They put him on sugar. They got to give him more because he's absorbing so much that they put him in the school to control his growth.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wait a minute, you slowing me down.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much it takes just to learn how to walk? And you in a school system that's like, your mind is, you need a couple of things as a kid. You need TV.
Yes.
And they even tell you, that boy's busy. That girl's, she needs something to give you the book with the TV on.
Right.
And toys all around you, because if you were to take that imagination of a child and so as the kingdom of heaven and push it all together.
Yeah.
Now you're learning on you're bending spoons without even thinking of it. That's why the child in Matrix, it was a kid who was controlling the whole room. And they call kids because kids are sacrificed goat, lamb. They're the sacrifice, but they're more than just to the sons and the stars, the sisters. They're the sun and the sisters of the universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're connected in the cosmic consciousness or above or in, without, all around.
Yeah.
This is a mothership happening. So they're in a zone, at the zone in the same time.
Yeah.
And now you control that and put them in school, and then you give them blocks to put in. Mere peasants. He's like, what is these blocks? Putting them in squares. I can figure this out because my mind is, the design, the mind is magnificent on its own.
Yeah.
It's going to properly grow from starlight and from the sunlight and from the tree, oxygen, all of that encompass inside that, and you breathe it out, and then that's life.
Yeah.
To your conscious world. So they're doing this. It's incredible.
Yeah, no.
That's all I want to say.
No. What you're saying is
done.
100% real. Children, we control them from every aspect, their frequency, their environment, everything. You know what I mean? And you gotta as I said, a child's gonna be a child at the end of the day. Their curiosity mind is gonna be hard to control, right? And we place them in this systematic thing where it's like, okay, you read, you do social studies, but we put them in a grading rubric. We grade kids. We'll hold a kid back for no reason. You know what I mean? But like, they'll hold back kids. They'll be like, oh, he's not a part of the curriculum. You know what I mean? He's not advanced enough in the curriculum. No, he just might not know, or he might not have the circumstances at that moment. But he's gonna know how to read at some point, or he's gonna know how to do numbers at some point. You know what I mean? He might not be the most advanced in that field, but that might not even be his field in the first place. This field could be something completely different. Art. You could be a genius in art. You know what I mean? You could be a genius in any type of aspect. But you know what we do to children, I think it's very traumatic because you know when you get held back, you're like, yo, as a kid, you're like, you don't even understand. Like you have friends in your grade, they hold you back for a whole nother year. That's crazy, right? And they don't even recognize they're already changing that future for that kid because they're already saying, oh, you're not right in the curriculum, so we need you to learn the curriculum a lot more better. Nah, that kid could thrive in any other field. He might not have the grades in those fields that he's struggling, but that just means he or she needs to get better in that certain field. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Kids, man, they as they grow up, they inspire to be things that they don't even know yet. You know, they always say the generic, oh, I want to be an astronaut or a police officer or whatever they say in the moment, but it might not even be their trajectory. They're just saying that because that's what they see, what they believe in. People don't even know if they're artists or not. They don't even know if they're what they can possibly do. A child is just it's endless possibilities for a child. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. But this rubric that we doing nowadays, trying to compete with Asia, you know what I mean, doing all this studying and everything like that at the age of kids gonna be smart at some point. You know what I mean, they're gonna have some self-awareness, but you got them controlling the rubric, and that's what's going on in society today.
Rubric.
Yeah, a rule book.
Yeah, rubric. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, and Melly said he said we was born with no state of mind. We have to correct that. Said he was blind to the ways of mankind. No. Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's one of the dopest raps ever.
Mm-hmm.
Blind to the ways of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Great Melly Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Said that somewhere, wherever he was, what zone he was in, child is born with no state of mind. But yes, he got all of the states.
Mm-hmm.
but he's blind to the ways of mankind because they're going to try to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Or hiding from somebody that sees you clearly with all eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora Borealis
Only God
said.
knows what we've been through. Damn.
Aurora Borealis
Big up
says.
to the message because I needed it.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I heard the message, I got it. Do you get the message?
On it.
You get the message?
Mm-hmm.
AD don't get the what's the message? AD like, I got that message. Nah, just
The
joking.
message was Aurora Borealis. He said, the kingdom of heaven is that of a child.
That's real. That's real.
So
He says it all the time.
He does.
Yeah, I know.
Raw's a beast, man. Raw's a beast. All right, man. We had a good fun today, but we have to close out a little earlier.
Actually, we're right on time.
We were a little earlier than before. Earlier.
Oh, you're doing good. Yeah.
All right. So, welcome to the Killah Priest Podcraft. We are now leaving by. Now, let me stop. Thank you for coming through. Now, let me stop. If y'all coming through, man, come on back. We're going to be back Sunday and Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday. And my Earth Rudy used to say that. All right. So, let's move on to the music.
All right.
As no closing, I have a show, man. The practice. The Braxis.
Here we go.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live on the show for Killah Priest in the world to hear.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Starting off the song promotion segment. Today is the 3rd. We're looking for submissions after the 30th.
Hey.
And we're going to start off here with a submission from
Been through.
Reborn the Rebizzle
Hey.
from Danbury, Connecticut. He's got a song called A Better Tomorrow featuring Riggs Carrington and Noah the Governor.
Raz.
Let's go.
Man, this world is crazy, man. It's really sad nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? The way how the world is, man. Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever make it to see a better tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Even though the word of God says tomorrow's not promised for no one, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to make our life right with God, you know what I mean? I got my brothers with me, you know what I'm saying? Riggs and Noah, you know what I mean? I even got my sister Lisa on the track playing the flute, you know what I mean? Check it out, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I hope for a better tomorrow? Can I overcome my sorrows without put my lips to the bottle? Can I cope with society without dope and anxiety? Everything I spake came from when I wrote in my diary. Can I get my act together in these storms of weather? Leave our example so the next generation could live better. Can we change the game? Can we expose the shame? Can we take it back and it wasn't about the fortune and fame? We used to have ciphers, we were the righteous fighters. The older generation used to drop Jews to enlighten us, but nowadays it's like we're stuck in the blaze, trying to find our way out of systematic maze with its corrupt ways. There's no need to be blind, cause this is more than a rhyme. I inject the word of God so you can ponder your mind. So let me remind you, the Christ's the only path that you will find true. Don't let the sorrows of this world bind you. Since the game changed, heads is no longer the same. Can't let the game change us, we have to change the game. Our today's our cause and effect, and that's our motto. So I'll lead our children to a better tomorrow. Since the game changed, heads is no longer the same. Can't let the game change us, we have to change the game. Our today's our cause and effect, and that's our motto. So I'll lead our children to a better tomorrow.
Look, we're gonna live through it. I've been through it. The mountaintop got a bridge to it. I've been to it. I dreamt dreams, now I'm older and see the vision. Put money on my word, you can say I see the vision. He the living God, so it's gonna be hard.
Who's that?
It is written, it gets worse till he comes with the rod. Sin and iniquity, it is the enemy. I'm sorry, Lord, but enemies try to
Riggs
get to
Carrington.
me. I love and love's first, but what's worse when
That's
force is
feature.
necessary, it does work. I'm
Sound
moving
good.
with the iron for those who
Sound
come
good,
trying
yeah.
to disturb the work of the word. Adults crying, pursue peace with them all. We heed to the call. Do good and land land on your feet if you fall. Trust God, if you need him, throw your knees to the wall. And plus, let his will be done through it all.
Since the game changed, heads is no longer the same. Can let the game change us? We have to change the game. Our today's our cause and effect, and that's our motto. It's about leading our children to a better tomorrow. Since the game changed, heads is no longer the same. Can let the game change us? We have to change the game. Our today's our cause and effect, and that's our motto. It's about leading our children to a better tomorrow. Socio-political games getting.
Yeah. What you think, Priest?
I will not let the devil trick me. I refuse. I will support. Brother is speaking life. And so when someone speaks life, you know, we tend to.
Right. I know. Shut our ears. Real talk. Nah, that's right.
We want the effery. Give me the effery. It's killing this point. Brother slipped vitamins in our Kool-Aid.
That's real.
We want the sugar. But see, when you slip in peace, he wants a better tomorrow. Anybody that says they want a better tomorrow. So, brother say traveling music, not just traveling music, but we all traveling at magnificent speeds. While we sit still, molecules are moving. Everything is, it's moving. So, thank you for that manner.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Fire, positive message. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Reborn.
Reborn.
What's up, man? What's up?
He came on with Knowledge Born, Reborn to Knowledge Born. Back to Knowledge Born. He redid it. Knowledge. Yo, I'll never forget, we on the panel, me, Knowledge Born, and Reborn. I just was like, man, this is heavy. This is heavy. Knowledge and reborn back to knowledge. Like a refrigerator. What's the first refrigerating? You redo anything to read is in front, you doing it over again.
Right.
The read comes, never stops.
Refried beans.
Rewind. You ate your food already, now you want to refrigerate it. No, you know what? Because it came frozen.
Right.
This is how poisonous this cat got us. You went to, it was a great restaurant, but the food was frozen. It wasn't fresh. If you get it fresh, you're lucky. We are lucky. But it's frozen, so they have to you take it home and you refrigerate it. Because they had to let it thaw out. That's why the food don't taste that good. But there's no nutrients. The scientists have sat down and they agreed. Let's suck all the nutrients out of people so their conversations will be less fulfilling and less healthy. And we'll be talking about, and we'll be uplifting, going to jail, killing each other, because it's in our food. The dope, the drugs, it's not even all, they put it, it's all, that's why we say cash rules everything around me.
That's what's up.
Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta go in like that, though. Sometimes
right.
you gotta go in like that.
I want it.
Yeah.
Peace to the craft. Go ahead.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you got it. No. You good.
Cash.
Cool track, cool mix.
Rules. AD make me laugh because AD is so cool when I'm over here tripping out.
Yeah.
He's like, good mix. Go ahead.
Yeah,
right,
man.
we in there, man. We in there.
That was cool. Shout out to Reborn the Rebizzle from Danbury, Connecticut. That track was produced, composed, and arranged by DJ Rebizzle for the Rebeats Productions.
Just Yo Bizzle.
Additional flute playing by Lisa T. Higgins. So that was like a custom beat. That wasn't just some, leased beat. They made that.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh.
Careful. Is he eating it?
Nah, he just.
I was like, discipline.
Yeah,
What you doing over
yeah.
there? Yeah, I know what you mean. Nah.
Cat wildin', man.
It was mixed and mastered by Jermaine Robinson Herbert.
Solar Effects and Casuals also. Shit.
It featured artists Riggs Carrington and Noah DeGovernor. Cool name. All right, shout out to Reborn to Rebizzle.
Motto life.
Another great submission. All right, are you ready for what's next? We only got a couple today.
Oh man.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
That's wild. Why now? Now my thing with Mojito is like, why now?
Because he knows cats.
I know, but like it's like, yo, there's no chill. Like he could just chill right there in the corner, right there. He could have did it
damn.
earlier. That was it.
Minty Hotep.
Hey,
We got an announcement here from Minty Hopetep.
What he says. Free
She
him.
says,
Oh,
free
she.
him.
Sorry, Minty. I
You know
thought that-
Minty. You met her.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a picture with her.
Oh, Minty.
Yeah.
I like mint auntie.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. That's
She says free
Right.
event.
I won't say the other one, but I got to put that together.
right. Oh yeah.
She said the Love Nest going down Friday, April 18th.
Shout out to Tahuti. She's a like a real student of Tahuti. She found out about Tahuti on the Podcraft, and she's been following them ever since. Shout out to Tahuti. Continue to be a great teacher, my brother, and an example to how brothers handle themselves when they build it. Brother has poise. The style he has is the snake. I'll explain that to y'all one day.
Right.
You're not going to reveal that. Right.
Oh yeah.
So she has an event called the Love Nest going down Friday, April 18th, 11672 Ramona Boulevard, El Monte, 8 to 12 p.m. Music, tattoos, and vendors. Check out my booth and receive a free gift. Message.
Hey,
Minty Hotep IG for info. Peace.
100.
So y'all check out that event
Peace. Now,
if
you know,
you're in the area.
girls always throw peace like that.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
There's no.
And she's one of our moderators.
Of course. Minty Hotep. She says, shout out Saba. Tahuti. What does Saba stand for? Teacher?
I assume.
Sabonim. Yeah, that's teacher. Yeah, that's one teacher in Korean too. That's
Ooh.
Sabonim.
Fire.
Yeah, that's real talk. That's what's up. I
Fire.
studied Kung Fu. Not saying that's what it is.
He is a
That's
master
Saba,
teacher.
yeah.
So
It stands out for short acting beta agonist. Oh wait, that's a wrong thing.
Nah, yeah, bro. Come on, don't put beta. You don't put beta on to Tahuti's alpha.
A teacher who is part of the faculty at Saba University. No, that's not it either.
But see what Jody says. Saba mean teacher.
Yeah.
See when you see, there's something about a technique when you know what you got. You know what I'm saying? You are very confident, very calm. Like, you know when the snake got it's in the same tank as the mouse. We could be outside, but they hypnotize and they just wait. But you already dead. There's no strike. It's super fast.
Yeah.
Also, when they bite, I'm not gonna do that right now. Go this. Yeah, because it's a breakdown.
Oh yeah. It gets graphic.
But I saw it. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah.
I see what you do. Oh, that's scary. He laughed.
100.
All right, next up we've got a track here from That Ninja Task, DJ Blazer and Yahe Beats. The song is called Freestyle. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I see me moving because I'm.
Oh yeah, nah,
Boom,
excited.
boom,
I know.
boom, 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 boom.
Right,
Caffeine.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
AD, you got some chocolate?
right there.
I always do. It's 70%, so it's 90% chocolate, so it's gonna be a little bitter.
It's the other,
Okay.
it's
It
the other,
gets
it's the other
the job
10%.
done.
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
What's the other 10%, my brother?
Probably like some type of milk and sugar.
Okay.
So it removes the bitterness.
90% cacao.
Yeah, because you don't want 100.
So wait. So we got 5%, 5% milk, 5% sugar, or 7%.
So 90% raw cacao.
That's a lot of cacao.
It is. It's bitter, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, it's a lot of cacao. 90%. That's you divide that by 3. You put in the sugar, a little bit of milk in there. That's add 3.
I know
3% of that. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do a chart.
According to the Matrix, the remaining 10% is ingredients like sugar, fruits, nuts, flavorings, or other ingredients besides the cacao.
Also, the remaining 10%. So let's break that down. 10% of that's inside of dark chocolate. The 10% remaining consists of ingredients like sugar. So all right. So the charts don't lie, right? So you have to get into the chart.
The 70% is a lot more palatable.
Yeah.
But the 90% is bitter. But I use it like a drug a little bit for like a pick me up.
Well, how much percentage brain? I mean, how much percentage? Are we taking it 100%?
No, if you have 100%, it's really hard. It's really bitter. Like that's like raw cacao powder.
Why?
You gotta mix that with something.
I know dudes who speak 100% bull.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They put 100% in that.
Right.
But you gotta dilute it a little bit. Like mix it with like a smoothie or some banana.
No, I know
Okay, so that takes down the percentage. Does that take? Okay, if you add banana, does that take away the percentage? Or you ride the percentage
For the overall product of whatever you're making? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. No, I completely get it. Yeah.
So if you're making a smoothie and you add banana to it, then the percentage will go down of cacao because the smoothie will then have 50% cacao, for example.
What? So 50% is gone. 50% of the cacao is gone.
No, because you've added to it, so now the overall product would become 50% cacao because you've now added banana. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is just some standard mathematics, though.
Yeah, but we have to really do this. Maybe we can figure out how these pyramids would make.
Well, I'm gonna kill it. I got you right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the thing that you're making is the equal is what it equals. So like if I'm making Reese's peanut butter cups, it cannot be 100% chocolate.
Right.
Okay.
It has to be mixed in with the Reese's cup is the Reese's cup at the end of the day.
So
if I got the percentage of chocolate that I'm putting in there, I'm putting a percentage of chocolate in there. I'm putting a percentage of peanut butter in there, sugar, all that type of stuff, and then it's gonna equal the Reese's cup.
Right.
You know what I mean? So those all have different amounts of the ingredients. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say? So it's not 100% of anything. So you can't just put 100% of cacao is not a Reese's cup.
Okay, so if I have tea, right, a bottle of tea, 100%. Well, tea's like it has to be 50% water, 50% tea.
Right.
Okay, so if you have moonshine is 100% alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, then that.
If you take if I give you a shot of moonshine, are you drinking 100% liquor? Or are you doing 20% of 100% of what I just?
So that is measured in the units of proof. So like the proof for Everclear, you said, not what you said, moonshine.
Moonshine, but if you say Everclear.
So moonshine will generally be 80 to 140 proof.
140.
Right.
How much of that are you drinking? Like so if you take a shot of the 140, is that 140? In that cup, or is that in that jug?
They're both. So you're taking that shot of that bottle.
Right.
Yeah. So you're taking the shot. So the proof, you're taking the shot of that bottle. You could dilute it. Now here's the thing. Look.
So is it chocolatey word?
I know.
That's funny. Mediotype is funny. So it's more chocolatey. Go ahead.
Nah, but here's the thing though. But this is math. I like math. This is actually my best subject.
Yeah.
So. What you're saying is, so like think about it like this.
Right.
You're making a cocktail, right? It's the liquor, right? The liquor is the proof and the percentage of the liquor, right?
Okay.
You start diluting it once you start putting, like, let's say you just added sugar or water.
Is it still 100?
It goes down.
Where did it? Oh,
Once you put an ingredient in there,
yeah,
that percentage already goes down, or you can raise it based.
Oh, like putting ice in soda.
Yes. You getting it?
So 100% soda. I'm feeling good.
No, you know,
I got more something. Please.
Yeah, we getting it.
But when you put ice in it, they say it's watered down.
It's getting watered down.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's no longer.
So it's not.
So
as
the
sweet.
100.
The overall drink is now less percentage of soda.
Yeah.
So the percentage, where did it go? So it's not 100
there.
no more.
So it got diluted because the ingredient dilute. So
let's look up the word diluted. Look up diluted.
So the sugar. So yes, the sugar
Blend.
content in the soda.
Yeah.
It's the water already expanded it took away more water was added the water that was added to the sugary drink,
right?
It doesn't taste the same though, right? You know what I mean? If I take a cup of water and I had a cup of Coca-Cola, it's gonna taste differently.
I don't drink so much, but yeah.
No,
I know what you're saying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So when something's cold,
it's like a half empty, half full conversation.
Yeah, it's science. But I'm just saying, if there's a cup of soda, right, and you freeze it, but then the water and the soda separate. Sometimes the white would be at the top. It could be doing like Kool-Aid. So so the truth is coming out.
Yeah.
So based on the temperature, you have the ice on the top, and then you have the sugar on the bottom.
Right.
The syrup or whatever. So 100% of that is still in the cup.
Yeah.
But now you dilute that. But now water is involved.
Yeah. Water.
Wait a minute, hold on. Now the truth is there when it gets cold because 100% of the soda is still there, right?
Yeah.
It's not watered down if you freeze it.
Yeah.
So if you shave off the ice on the top, what's that condensed part? That's all it is. Is that 100% or no? Still?
No, I'm confused. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. That confused me now a little bit.
All right. So if I
it's
take out,
confusing.
what is it, AD? What?
No, it's still the same thing. It's just like when you put
So
it.
it's 100% still in the cup.
Still 100% in the cup.
Even when I take the water out.
Yeah. Well, no. Once you take the water out,
There's no such thing.
so like you're kind of talking like in terms of McDonald's Sprite.
But
If you get Sprite at McDonald's, the way they have the formula is you're getting way more of the formula in there. That's why McDonald's
formula.
Sprite.
What's the formula?
It's the sugary
The corn syrup.
the corn syrup, their whole syrup, because they're using sort of fountain drink machines to
Right.
mix in carbonated
And
water
I do see that.
with the formula.
Okay.
Right? So if, for some reason McDonald's
Drinking
their
wine,
Coke
so-
tastes better than if you get a Coke can, the soda at McDonald's tastes better than from a Coke can because they're using more of the formula in their drinks. That's why McDonald's sodas are so renowned, especially the Sprite. You'll notice if you get a McDonald's Sprite, ooh, that is sweet.
What about movie Sprite?
Movies might cut back a little bit because they're you're getting
Y'all
those
be
out.
that? Yeah, I be that time. I ain't gonna front. Y'all got me hooked on that. Because I don't drink soda, but when I was at there, y'all was giving me that soda. It was like crack in the movie theater. I was like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It depends on their fountain
Sprite.
machine because they can adjust it. People who like work for those companies know exactly how to work those things.
Yeah.
But like, there's some levels in there. They can adjust the levels, how much carbonated water and how much of the formula is gonna go in to mix that drink. But it's just popular because McDonald's is so corporate that they naturally have more formula going into their sodas.
So what you're saying, I got it now. So the 100% of the content. So like, yeah, you're gonna have 100% of. Let's say you have 100% of corn syrup, right? The 100% of the corn syrup. Add that with water, right? Add that with the ingredients that make that soda. That's going to create 100% whatever that's. Well, it's going to create a new product. It's going to be a whole different thing now.
So it's not what it is.
So
Right,
like,
it's a whole new percentage.
so if I have a bunch of red paint and blue paint,
Oh, there you go.
I mix that together. That's purple. It's no longer it's 50% red and now
Yeah.
50% blue.
That's a good analogy.
You get what I'm saying? So red and blue. So
I think I'm going crazy.
yeah, I got that.
That's good.
Is popcorn singular or is it plural?
Popcorn singular or is it
Yeah,
plural?
what's a popcorn?
It's plural.
Yeah, plural.
So I can eat one popcorn. What's that?
On popcorn,
One piece of popcorn.
one piece of popcorn. Yeah, got it.
So if I say
I
popcorn,
get what you're trying to say.
well, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I want some popcorn.
I see what you're saying.
But you can't say popcorns.
Popcorn.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is semantics.
Popcorn.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y'all help us out with this.
You got the super chats coming in.
Yeah, it's funny how solutions has too many one of liquid in problem solving. Yeah, solutions. He's talking about, that's crazy too, because that word has been used over and over. There's a solution, but then there's solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
English is so crazy, yo.
Yeah.
100%.
The solutions is solution. There was another one like that
Yeah,
too.
you could really break that down.
Shout out to Jay Bland saying 180 proof is 90% liquor. That's true.
So 180 proof.
Yeah, it's a unit
It's
of
90.
measure
It's a new unit of measure.
in the alcohol world.
But who's making up this science witchcraft right here?
Yeah.
When we see, like, who's doing this? Who's making this up?
That's like
so
The
100.
industry.
But that's like saying, you know, that's
Are
like,
they correct? When
They make
Egyptians
it,
drunk beer is beer, like moonshine,
right.
right? So moonshine, 100% corn liquor,
Right.
lightning
Yeah.
in the bottle, hooch.
So-
Some people call it creek water.
So what we're talking about is the equation. So
Right.
so we already know the answer, right?
Right.
The answer is the liquor or the beer or the chocolate.
Right.
That's the answer. But we're talking about the equation because like we said, 2 and 2 is 2 and 2, but when you put them together, it's 4.
2 and 2 is
2 twos make 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no longer 2. Well, it has 2.
all right. So the thing,
Terrence Howard might disagree with that.
Huh?
Terrence Howard, yeah, he does go into the geometric.
No, I'm just saying.
He goes 1 times 1. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but
Well,
I'm just
it's
saying,
one thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one thing with this one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are two separate things.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is
100%
one
each
thing.
Yeah.
100% of each goes into one. What?
Into a new product and become 50-50.
It becomes something new. It's no longer the thing that.
Think
well,
about-
it is the thing.
Think about getting married. If you get married,
Well, that's
100% of your money becomes 50% of your money.
well. if she's an older lady and you're a younger man,
Now, if you get divorced, it becomes 80% of your money is gone.
Right. Right.
how many? Well,
But-
a young man can go into a older lady. How many times? That's that's a
okay,
joke. That was a joke.
I'm trying
All
to
right, but look, older. No. Let me stop. But it's a joke. But it's supposed to be how many times he want. It was a married couple, but 100% of something and 100% of something goes into each other as it's like marriage.
Yeah.
So 100% of the man and 100% of the woman goes into each other.
It goes 50-50.
So somebody said they become one flesh. How is that possible?
In theory,
So we talking like this?
metaphorically.
I mean, we going there
I
because
I would say this, right? What you saying is real talk. So what is a kid? What is the child after that? So when the mom when the
so that's 2 + 2 make it 3. That science is not now we play because that's 2 + 2 make it 1.
yeah.
So 2 + 2 make it 1 is okay. 2 + 2 didn't make 3. 2 + 2 made 1.
No, 1 + 1 made 1.
1 + 1 made 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is now 3 as a family.
But then was 1 and 1 is 2.
yeah.
But 1 and 1 just made 1.
Right now it's 3
So
in a
that-
family.
All 3 in a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cells do this all the time. You've seen
So
cells
1 and 1
reproduce.
makes 1. And then they call the family. So is it a family before they get to each other? All right, but look, because you're an individual.
It takes
What makes the
two,
family?
baby.
Yeah, okay. What makes the family?
What makes the
Because
family?
a couple is 2, right?
Right.
So-
a couple's yeah.
A couple is 2.
Yeah.
The 2, the 1 and the 1, individual. One
nation.
makes a couple.
Yeah.
Now you're a couple.
Yeah.
Have a baby, then what?
Family.
The couple don't become. It's no longer a couple. It's 3 of them now.
That's 3 of them.
So 2. So 1 + 1. Ooh, it's too much, man.
No.
Hold on.
No, this is
I need
actually
my
kind
pen.
of deep
I need
because
to get my pen
you're
out.
talking about cell division, and this creates the flower of life.
This is my type of topic. I like these.
Yeah.
It's reproduction.
So wait.
So 1 popcorn. Yeah. We gotta get popcorn.
I know,
We going into it. So good.
we having fun. Yeah. No. This is So what you're saying is yeah. So yes, you have one individual. You have one individual.
Right.
They get together. They become what a whole. So
As a
Depends on how
family.
many times
as a
it's gonna
family,
change.
right?
Yeah.
So you're supposed to get married. That's what marriage is supposed to be, right?
Right.
So then you have a child. You become a family, right? When you start building that
Become
family,
a family.
yeah, become a family. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's no longer just you now. You have
Now-
responsibilities. You have things that you take care of.
So it's the butterfly effect. You're becoming something mentally. You became a family, but it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
Because
I think the better analogy is in terms of artist and record label.
Okay, go ahead.
Because then when you sign in with a label, technically you'd be going 50-50. Let's just say it's not like an advance deal. Do you know what I mean? And then you would be 50-50 for all the profits coming in. And if you bring in another rapper, let's say per song. Let's say it's per song.
Okay.
Like not as an artist, but as a song. Like you write a song with someone, but you want to bring in a guitar player, and you can split it 50-50 publishing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you bring in another guitar player, and now you're splitting it 33.
Yeah. Right.
With
100% of the mechanic. So two writers don't make it wrong. No, two. So two writers, one producer. I had a dream of this crazy deja vu coming back. So two writers, one producer, right?
Yeah.
100% of the song.
Yeah.
Gets broken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that analogy would be easier.
Somebody is like, yeah.
Because you deal with this. You do this all the time.
Yeah, because who's making like the 100%? Well, okay, I wrote 100% of my verse.
There you go.
Yeah. But is that a song?
So are you splitting? Okay, wait, go
I'm gonna kill it. No, I'm saying, is that a song though? Your verse is a 100% of the verse, but is that the song?
Oh man, it's a house of home.
And you're rapping on top of 100% of a beat.
What makes a house a home?
Yeah.
What makes a house a home? Luther Vandross said it was just a chair. Even though no one's sitting there. No, the Carpenters really do it. They named it was the Carpenters. That's weird. They got to lay down the law.
Yo, man.
Man, you got a lot of material.
Yo, this is like, you could really go.
No, it's semantic, but what we're doing is we really talking about these things because I want to know. I was like, oh, no. I mean, these are just questions.
No.
It's the art of the question. You're really good at asking questionable questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like those topics. Those are topics I try to think about all the time.
Yeah, the mind of a Gemini can handle this.
That's what I'm throwing at them.
It's like, because the way I think of it is all ingredients are going to make that thing, right? At the end of the day, if I'm making chicken masala, right, that's chicken masala is not just chicken. It's also other ingredients that go into chicken masala.
Mushrooms.
You know?
Oh, yes, killing it.
No,
Dave Blazer need to be up here. He says, if 100 people came together, we all won.
Yeah, we all came together. We all.
How's
won.
that possible? That's crazy.
It could come from beliefs. It could.
I see what he's saying. Yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah.
He said he's totally killing it, but it makes you think. I mean, I say it makes you think.
He does a lot of mathematical stuffs every day.
I see that.
Real estate guy.
Yeah,
He's the real estate.
That's like a team.
What was the fake estate? Huh?
No, I was gonna say that's like a team.
Wow.
There's no I in team.
But is it I and win?
There's an I and win, yeah. No, but it's real talk. But we have that's what they said. We could all come as one, or we could die as individuals.
Yeah, T.
Sure.
Me. Yeah, exactly. We going. Yeah, listen, man.
He said David Blazer said the hoe and me makes home.
Yeah, the joke went like it says how many times could a 30-year-old go into a 30? Many times they won if they married.
Right.
That was the joke.
Okay.
So patterns everywhere. Why is David J. Blazer like overtaking everybody? It's like every time I look, he's there. Shout out to David J. Blazer. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's also the next song submission.
Yeah, wow. David J. Blazer is just
David
all
Blazer
over the
is
place.
omnipresent today.
There's so many David J. Blaze.
Well, I like the color analogy. I think.
What about Blazer J.J.?
He's a cancer like Elon Musk.
I know.
And now you can't watch anything without seeing Elon Musk.
I know. What type of deodorant was that? Elon Musk.
Yeah, but there's a pattern.
I put on
there.
Elon Musk.
There's a pattern.
Go Kurt
there.
Cobain. Shout out to him. He says, there's one in a unit. That's deep. That's hard. I like that. Shout out to.
Yeah.
There's one in a unit. How's that? The unit is what? Two? One together. When two or three are gathered. Now, we said what? There's one in a unit.
Mm-hmm. One unit.
But a unit is a group.
A unit is a group, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
One in a unit.
Mm-hmm. So,
man, let's start because we gotta do this off air first.
It's kind of it's also semantics and the way things are worded.
Yeah, it's definitely the way things are worded, and there's definitely. I always say, yeah, things. It's like, yeah, we're one team, but we all are many individuals.
There's no I in team.
There's no I in team, but you know.
But there's one and win.
Yeah, there's one and win. You know what I mean? We can't.
Wow.
That's how I'm
like
saying.
that.
You can really get creative with it.
I like that.
But what we talking about now?
Somebody stupid.
You see what
that.
Priest has done? He's made mathematics poetic.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yo, man.
He's made
Mathematics is
poetic. It's
Nah.
very interesting.
Yeah, I thought
because read is to re-add.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a re-addition to reading to doing math all over again. No, but I be wanting to know, because we be sitting up here, we're just on, this is all T-Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do one where we do like T-Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Solo, we be sitting down, AD, you be there, we'll come here. And then we be having these thoughts before we start the show. We'll start talking. Sometimes Sue will come over. Or who else? It'd be like
McCap. Yeah.
And then we build mostly on the building things and nuclear service. Like we'll be sitting down there, me and you be talking about things like that. Just words that that's flips around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Psychology is it? Is it psychology or manifested?
Psychology. You can say psychology. You can say
like being insane. What does insane mean?
Being insane.
That means you're mentally cognitive, right? Mm-hmm. But then they say you out of your mind, but insane. Some of this is like, oh man, we gotta.
It's almost like being infamous.
So I'm infamous.
You're infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Three Amigos? They do a joke about it. Like infamous means that you're more than famous. He's not just famous. He's infamous. You gotta see Three Amigos for that. That's showing my age, but I think a lot of people have seen that. If you've seen Three Amigos, hit 1 in the chat. You gotta see that.
Number 1 is the first one in the wonders of the world. Number 1 is the first one. The first, how can it be first?
Uh-huh.
How's number 1 the first?
How's the
first? Number 1 is the first. And I think I see what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Well,
this is playing with PTSD.
Yeah.
You see the magnificent work of PTSD and how ADHD can help you.
Which is me in 4K.
Yeah. That's 100.
Don't ever look at yourself bad because you're just having two dimensional worlds collide, like Geminis. Or do they subtract or individually separate?
Ooh, the Geminis?
Geminis.
No, I think
as above, so below.
I think the Geminis are one, but we have ways of changing our perspective.
A dual nature.
Yeah, we have a dual way about us. I guess I can say it from my thoughts and the way I feel or whatever. Yeah, I guess I think everybody has it, but like Gemini, I think
it's easier for you to talk to yourself.
Yeah, it's very easy, and it's not like you're going crazy about it. You're just
not at all.
It's like just a thought. It's like what am I feeling today? How am I doing? Yeah,
it's the twins.
Yeah, and it's just to recognize yourself, so.
Pollux and Castor in mythology.
I really, that's what I said. The Gemini thing, when people explain it to me, I really start understanding it more and more, like as I talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Gemini is. Have you ever seen Johnny 5, the robot? It was like Short Circuit or something like that. Not Short Circuit.
Moonstar asks. I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
Moonstar asks, how can 1 second exist?
How can 1 second exist?
It's a unit of time.
The speed of light. It's the speed of light. You can really talk about it.
It's continuous. Now you're going into time and space.
Oh yeah, we could go crazy. Yeah, what's the speed of light? Do we see it before it happens, or do we ever see speed of light? We can't.
They said you're right. Check it out. This is interesting. They said there's a primal thing going on when you make a baby. But primally, there's a time when you don't, and your protection time comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So, us being these creatures that we have to be like at attention and watching to make sure, and this is a time
Mm-hmm.
So we become more protective
Right.
at that stage. And male hunt, and the female will watch.
Right.
Some females won't be out, but I'm just saying. So they begin to watch more. They can see more of something you can't see. Like they can see more with you because you got to come home excited, fighting, and going out. So that started a primal thing. I mean, no, this is not started, but it's a primal thing of why women do more watching and they know how to, to watch more. And males, we don't really watch as much because but they know how to hunt, pinpoint, and sharp eyes. Mm-hmm. And it means something. And so we'll go on it before this primal. I thought it was that was like an interesting.
Yeah, that's a good take. I think primal is a very thing because we do watch because we have to observe the animal, the nature of the animal. We gotta know how to hunt the animal and kill it. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have to do the same thing.
And we come together. Yeah. But males come together to do okay, this is our meat. We're gonna do this together.
Yeah.
If one person can't do it, you take it out some. So it becomes a bonding unity thing. You kill that, you take that piece, you take that piece.
Yeah.
It's kind of back to the primitive. Yeah, well, it is kind of like interesting when you look at it like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that analogy. It's it's real because the women, and then they know this. Like I said, like you said, like they know this when we got an injury or a scar, or we come back with the food. You know what I mean? How much we brought back. So that's what they pay attention to. Yeah. You know what I mean? We killed this animal. We killed a big animal. You know what I mean? They pay attention to who. That's why I said survival tactics. They pay attention to even your physical. That's why I said the physical shape is the main thing I think girls look at. You know, what they attracted to.
Because of hunting purpose and height, so seeing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, that's kind of interesting, being that how we are all physically different.
Yeah.
So, for instance, breast, buttocks, everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hips, the way to walk. Yeah. So I was looking at it like, wow, this is kind of crazy, very interesting place we had. I was going to say something. I'm going to keep on because, but I thought that, if we talk about some of these things, this is kind of wild because you got to look at it like that because it kind of answers kind of questions of why we hardwired certain ways and have conflict in certain ways and non-conflict, because there's a time for everything. Like the trees, they still obey their codes.
Yeah.
At a certain time, the tree gives us fruit, right? And then it's no yielding. So we act a certain way at a certain time.
Right.
Governed by the universe. You with me, AD?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. So I guess the astrologists learn to tap into and catch the animal of our spirit, like the native. Well, they say the chiefs they're able to capture your spirit animal or identify them and bring them back to you where you can sit in front of them.
Right.
And so you're sitting in front of your own spirit animal, infusing and exchanging souls with each other. So you become the Gemini because you're sitting in the presence of your higher self and you begin to infuse.
Yeah.
And this magnificent happens in an instant. So he says, how could you live a second in a lifetime? But in that second, you're infusing and interacting with yourself that quick. Like what we said, AD, before, what is the brightest time in the room? What was it?
What is the brightest time in the room?
And I'm not talking about Target or convenience. I don't know why they're so bright. But those are like bright. Those lights in They're brighter than almost brighter than damn near the sun. Because you
Right,
see
right.
everything. There's no shadows in Target.
Yeah, nah, that's real. Yeah,
The lights they use for convenience stores is crazy. Look that up. But the brightest time of the light is when it goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Right before it goes out, the room gets brighter, and everything go poof.
Yeah, because lightness can't be concealed, and it cannot be concealed like that.
At his death.
Mm-hmm.
So what we perceive, and we know that the energy left the room, but it kind of like brightened everything, and you became super aware before it traveled. Moved on.
What a lot talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, yo.
No.
Let's keep-
No. That's a very. This is very deep.
Yeah, we could have started with that. I mean, this is a different build.
Yeah.
A different build, but everyone noticed it's like, wow, what is this? What, like, anybody see this movie called My Brain Is on Fire? We still in it? They still there? Or everybody left?
Nah, we all here. Nah, what you say is
They still around.
95 in the building.
So we watching this movie, and I want everybody to check out this movie called My Brain Is on Fire. Neurologically, it was brilliant. It's crazy how the girl and Tyler Perry was in it, and he wasn't playing. Tyler Perry was a whole different other actor in this. He went into another. He was a business, like no, he was a leader. I said leader. I'm tripping. He was the boss of this firm. And so, you know, this movie, My Brain Is on Fire, is kind of it'll open your eye to mental stuff. It's like, well,
yeah, that's deep. Yeah, I remember I told you. I think I saw it. I don't know if I saw it or not.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw it though, based on when you showed me the trailer. I remember that.
Yeah, it's
Remember that.
heavy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's a normal girl that went crazy. She lost some. She wasn't losing her mind, but they had to go to India. It's crazy. It's almost like the other one. They went out there, and someone explained to me that Western medicine, you know, like if you go to India and stuff, like more Eastern, they're very interested in how the body works.
Yeah.
So they take more time because they're interesting. You see all of the pictures that they show with eyes in the hand and the points and all your points. They do that because they're very interested in how the body works. So it brings them into a more of a holistic vibe of saying, how does, instead of take that pill and go to sleep, or take this pill to wake up, I don't know, I'll let that handle it. So when she was telling me, I was like, wow, that's amazing when you look at
Amazing.
how the body works, operates on that level.
I always say we gotta we have what can heal the world. We have the medicine to heal the world. We just constantly fighting toxicity. So we constantly battle on those ones that's keeping us sick. So it's a war. You know what I mean? Like you say, when you go through sickness, that's the body trying to heal itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what we do as people. That's how we are in culture right today. We have the ingredients to heal the world. But man,
he wanted to heal the world, but he was sick. It's crazy, man. Just like when I was born, he said the Joker, this world is a circus.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. It's also on fire. So the circuits are all circus, but it's all around us. Like you just said, the toxicity.
Toxicity.
The toxicity. The toxicity.
Oh, toxic.
So the whole city is under toxicity.
Yeah.
The reason why I talk like that. Yes. They should have
ASMR?
Yeah. For like, what about an ASMR revelation or alarm warning. like, yeah, isn't that scary? Like if you bring a ASMR version of but you're talking about explosive stuff like boom. So it's not like it'd be like what's the opposite of ASMR? Like
shouting, yelling,
LOUD.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just on one right now. All right, let's go to the next
That
one.
orange juice.
Yeah. Yeah, I fell victim of drunk orange juice tonight.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
System of a Down.
We now have 4 tracks to go through.
Let's go.
So this one's David Blazer, and
Is all 4 tracks him?
no, only 2 of them.
All right. Okay.
So this one is that Ninja Task, DJ Blazer, and Yahé Beats. It's called Freestyle at the End of the Day.
Taking shots. You want a shot? More shots until my body drop. It shouldn't be this way, and I don't wanna play. I hear on delay, I'll be on my way. Honestly, you ain't harming me, trust me. I'm lucky you ain't bust things, and if you did, you would probably miss. I don't know what to say, I won't even trip. I'm looking at niggas, but I don't hear me moving lips. At the end of the day, it's like an eclipse, cause I don't see what's going on, it's hella dark. And I ain't playing with these niggas, cause they ain't that smart. I do what I do, quite cool and honest. At the end of the day, I forgot shit. I'm getting so fucked up and I don't wanna die. Do it to myself, shit, and I ain't got much time. And at the end of the day, I can't, so I'm on the road. I'm looking at like a good dish. I can't eat, had no appetite, but it's hard for me to sleep. I need some help. Same time, I got bad health. Trying to play this bitch stealth, but it doesn't work. You niggas think something different, but you should know. Judging me makes shit professional. I'll let you know I ain't next to go. I'll be waiting in line a long time, cause I don't show. And shit, I ain't wanna miss. So nowadays, I'm smoking more and drinking more of it. Nothing can stop me, help. I don't know what else to say if I can't help myself. Niggas ain't gonna do shit, I know the rules. So stay out of the way, motherfucker, move.
Bro, you got a verse in there. You snapped into it. Straight snap back into it. We all take a wrong turn. Yeah, then we snap back in. Yeah, took the wrong turn and snap back into the train tracks. Momentum going. Can't stop that. Put the heat to your face like a snorting wasabi. Extra spicy, yeah. Whether or not you like me, I'm right here, right now. Present moment. I comes through, I enter the center smoking. It's in your hair. It's fucking everywhere. I'm smoking, I'm blazing. It's amazing. On that floor, we're keeping it going. Moving like the ocean, adjacent to the land. Egypt and to Iran, the south of Africa, where Australia sharks is attacking the seals in the water. What's the deal with the orca? Yeah, they coming. Tsunami, nobody can stop me. These motherfuckers must be playing around. These demons must be taking over the kids. Shit, it's not what it is, or what it isn't. It's this. Bitches, who is this?
All right, Priest, what you think about that? Priest says it's dope. Solomon?
Interesting.
Interesting. All right, Solomon says it's interesting. Yeah, it sounds cool. I like it. That first rapper is really good. That Ninja Task, his name is. That's cool. One thing I will say is your title. Like this title right here, it needs to be adjusted. So I see you've got it right here. It says David J. Blazer, Ninja Task, Freestyle. So here's how you want to like do it next time. Because he's the first rapper on there, you want to put his name first. So they know that he's the first rapper on there. And then if you want, you could put the and. I would just change your name to actually DJ Blazer. It just sounds cooler. That's just me. And then the name of the song is At the End of the Day, right? And then you could put in parentheses freestyle. and then you can put PROD Yahe beats.
That was like a.
Do you know what I'm saying? So this is more algorithmically better. It looks better. It's understandable.
Oh, that's funny.
Try to use this format.
That's like a teacher. No, that's like a teacher grading a test.
Oh, totally.
I see what you meant here.
Yeah.
But let me correct it. That's exactly.
But like, it's also for the people watching who don't know. Also, do you know what I mean? It's not just for him. It's for those who are watching too. That you want to make sure you, for YouTube purposes too, that you title it correctly. And then at the end of the day, do you know what I'm saying? Especially because he was the first rapper.
Right.
If DJ Blazer was the first rapper, then he would have put DJ Blazer featuring that Ninja Task.
Right.
But because he put that other artist first, and DJ Blazer isn't as big yet, and that Ninja Task is probably like the bigger rapper on the track, you want to put his name first. Anyway, that's just some formatting stuff, but it is kind of important, especially for posting. Just wanted to put that out there. But no, besides that, everything else was cool, Blazer. Your verses are getting better, and it wasn't like run-on sentences. It was just a lot of improvement there, so that's cool. All right, let's do the next one. David J. Blazia. The song is called Divine State Part 2.
This rhythm is scientific. Complex verbals and cursive to be decoded in centuries like hieroglyphics. Medicine man applying mysticism, but I ain't a mystic. Just a fly chemist experimenting. I never left you on a bad note. Peep the bubbling beaker. This ain't a trench, it's a lab coat. Pardon self for the chemicals, but this concoction could be the cure for all the biting individuals. Peace to the gods that put me on and took the pins out. What a law taught would never thin out. Catch me in the galaxy turning the tight one, watching me spin out. Yeah, you got the right one. Russian gold watches, blink from the booth. It's a rude boy in office pushing housing abuse, shooting my loose cannon at any rapper that's man tanning. And both jangling, I'm strangling those for trying to sabotage the lyrics. Battle for rep, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the cavalry is on the move. Get it together and make it snap. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking at me. Militant moves, battle for rep, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the cavalry is on the move. Get it together and make it snap. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking at me.
No need for genocide, with God inside, I let him write. Pen glides as he sheds the light. Me and the old dad MCs push back at these whack MCs. Making history and the legacy. And the cavalry, his story. Natural born killers like Mickey and Mallory. They tested me, but yo, they don't wanna battle me. But yo, David J. the Blazer, taking out these clones and these drones. World War Z, I double tap MC like I double tap the P. No need to return when we learn the science of efficiency. And while you're pissed at me and dissing me, I'm gorgeous like a tiger, so got cipher divine. 69 very fine, angels assigned to me, praising and kissing me. Angels never falling, God's finest was calling to enlighten me blissfully. Live the epiphany with a kiss on the lips, and he sent his soldiers in and equipping me with a desire to fire the ancient arrows of the pharaohs and burn you retire and make your sire have a financial advisor advising to retire. Fire sale, everything goes, telling it fast even to the non-buyer. Expectations is illogical, pathological liar. No one can deny it. Dogs flying past in the quiet as the bombs hit before they started a riot. Fat lyricists on conforming diet, don't try it. It's freaking ridiculous.
Militant moves, battle for rep, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the cavalry is on the move. Get it together and make it snap. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is fucking at me. Militant moves, battle.
Oh, that was a preview. That's why it cut off apparently. Okay, Priest, what you think of that? Priest.
It was good.
Said it was good.
Yep.
Solomon, what you think of that?
Like it. I like it more than the other one. Definitely.
I mean, it's so nice to hear Planet Asia. I mean, he's so smooth and experienced and professional on that track. He kills it, and you know what I mean. It's a challenge, I'm sure, for David J. Blazer to put himself after that, because it's like you're going to be compared. You know what I mean? And it's like, ooh, it's a tough act to follow. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? So we'll just leave it at that. Your rhymes are kind of sporadic, but I think that'll improve with more practice. Again with the title, because he's the bigger artist. Planet Asia and David J. Blazer. And then you've got your name of the song is Divine State. So you would just put, actually Divine is with an I. Divine State, and then put in parentheses preview. Like that. So that would be algorithmically better to post like that. And people are going to see this name first. They're going to see Planet Asia first. So you want them to see that because he's also the first artist on the track. You know what I mean? Because his verse was first. So you definitely want, and he's the bigger artist. So he definitely needs to be in the front of that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You get it. So, but shout out to both you guys. It's still sounded great. Great beat.
Definitely.
Needs to be mixed and mastered. All right, let's go. Next up, we got Aurora Borealis from the Holy City of New York. This one's called Benedict XVI.
Benedict XVI, the Pope Benedict XVI, Benedict XVI, the Pope Benedict XVI, Benedict XVI, the Pope Benedict XVI, Benedict XVI. The Pope Benedict XVI. Hey yo, it's Professor Xavier, the X-Men are X-Men. We grapple assessment, get deleted off the major screen no less than a second. A record, microphone record, telepathic, you pathetic child bound, the disciple energy, omega alpha level mutant communicate with the animal of the field, source, silver, capital 2 from the door, we yield the man of steel. Time stand still, God will Ezekiel will the warlord, angel of death, Dr. X will kneel, cooler Kaepernick, palm together, say your prayer to the Father, never surrender to the machine. X-Men versus machine, I spit acid, melt plastic, pay attention in the Killah Priest, Podcraft kid, class kid, blast off in the rocket, the map of space, and my socket, X-Men, X-Corporation. Genetic, biophysics, psychology, anthropology, hip-hop, R.A.P., R.I.P., no apology, House of X, Pacific Ocean for Lucifer, the Himalayan paraplegic conflict, step into my school and take you everywhere you train, learn, burn, turn, Lord of the ring of Saturn, snatch the crown and say it 82, moon communal drink, out the emerald dye trick, blast the rocker of her mask, shatter fiberglass, crash made out of glass, no white slippers ever brought the Pope to liver, river now, son, other now, black Moses, guns, roses, meaning of life, who knows it, those who opposes foes, first I am, who knows what a way to go, Wizard of War, ruby red, slipper safe, flipper saw, cap, skipper, big
That was dope.
I had to. Now, the only reason I did that, I'm not trying to show off or anything. It's just because there was so much empty parts. The drums were there, the vocals were there, but I couldn't hear the samples. So I just wanted to fill that in. And you've submitted that 3 times before. But hey, there's a lot. You hear the potential? Do you hear how like it's not bad? It's not bad at all. There's a lot of potential there. It's all in the mix.
That was so raw, man.
Yeah. I think you made it sound like Energy X said. You made it sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Sometime when you add piano to
strings,
their strings and things, it makes the music more full.
He technically wrote that because that's his chord progression.
Yeah.
All I did was add scales.
Aurora is dope. I told you, the more you listen to him, he's definitely got a 90s rap. And I told you, 90s rap is like, that's what the children are. I said the children, not the kids. The children, the youth are they going to Doom and they're looking. They're looking now. And it's like, when I was building with Daylight, I'll show you the picture where I'll AD, I'm gonna see him tomorrow. You wanna meet him?
What?
Yeah.
That would be dope. I mean, I got work at 7, but
at 7 at night?
Yeah.
Yeah, come with me, and it's not too far from you. It's not
or
too far.
bring him to the club.
Going to the studio, and I got a show. I got to get out of town.
Just in case, you can go to the studio and come by the club real quick after. Just saying, VIP. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. I told y'all. Apparently, the clubs, except AD's, shout out to you, Guam. It's just no love in the club unless you get yourself a table
or a section.
It's different now, man. It's different. It's forcing. You know what it is? It's kind of like separating the real from the phony, and the spirit from the spiritual people from just, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's forcing you. Or you that clown that goes to the strip club. I don't know, AD, in the morning time, like
daytime,
yeah, daytime. There's people that go to the strip club.
Oh, for sure. The blue collar workers.
Creep it, yeah. So he said he need better.
Yeah.
No, I know, right? When we in the studio, man, it was. Man, I'm gonna reveal a lot, man. Just
I mean, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, territory.
Yeah.
Territory. Yeah, territory. All right. I cut my verse to a 16, David J. Shout out to DJ. What's it, DJ?
DJ Blazer.
Egg drop soup. Deja.
Okay.
Those 2 words.
Are you ready for the this would be the feature presentation.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here, man.
Feature presentation today is by the Blue God, Crip Jesus.
Hey. Crip Jesus, all praises blue.
Shout out.
All praises blue.
The song is called the Mahdi.
He said, by my Crips, you are, by my rags, you a hill. By my flag, you a hill.
That's one.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the great Crip Jesus, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so cozy.
Don't judge me by my actions, judge me by my intentions. I'm really all I envision in flesh in the air suspended in mid-air. I'm really not even here. Like AI, voice you hear or a face you see on the screen when you high and just smoke and stare. It really can't even compare to me. Get out my chair, my throne. The fuck you on? I'm home, the king is back. Hand me my chains and my earrings, the ring is back. Crawl out your TV in your living room like give me that. Supreme, nigga, we still smoking on 50 packs. I'm the G.O.D. What the fuck is they getting that? You can't let them forget. It's for the dead homies, feel me? Got that fire blood energy. I don't got friends, I got frenemies. Got judges may having dreams about lynching me. Put a period on me, sentence me. Never that, I come with that M16. That's the machine I use to intervene. You know I got this in my genes. The same tribe as the kings. Descended of Al-Hakim. The real bloodline. Y'all kids ain't mine like Billie Jean. I'm really the Al-Mahdi if you knew me. Walked the trenches and jewelry. Gave away diamonds and rubies. Black skin of a coolie with the same mind as a Sufi. The Crip Jesus, the beauty. Imagine what haters want to do to me. And there you have it. Al-Mahdi has appeared on the sands of Cairo, fully manifested. Arm, leg, arm, supreme head. Peace to the guys with the big moon and star at the end. But really, we never end. Can't stop, won't stop. See, if you
Conscious trap.
back to the beginning, I was out live from the jump. Before the jump. Before I even said, let there be. Before light, it was me. The blackness. Blacker than black, black. The darkness. Blacker than black, 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 black. You understand? You go deep inside of that, it's more black. You feel me? You can't escape the guy. That part. Alhamdulillah.
Talking about tripping stages of darkness. Tripping. T-Moo. I know T-Moo is always on your what's the name? Yo. Mini Hotep, shout out to you. She said, T-Moo won't leave me alone and won't leave me alone either. I don't know who's T-Moo or what it is, but it just be always on my phone. If it be on too much on my phone.
Discount website.
Yeah. Crip Jesus, phenomenal. Your flow is impeccable, laid back. It's just exactly what I said. I was with Daylight yesterday. We was talking about some stuff. And I said that it been a drought in LA lyrically, and now they on top. I think the best lyricists right now is in LA. It's just taking it back, spitting. Everybody like, Pre, what you mean? Hey man, catch the spitting. That's how it is. The drought come and then the flood.
Right.
Once you start flooding the airways, man, it get real. They spit down here. And there's a drought right now. The drought is starting in Atlanta. Atlanta had their time. I heard that the club interesting meeting. Yeah. So saying, yo, it's just too expensive. You start losing stuff. Look at the conversations that's going on around you, man. Telling you, man. Hey, D, what you think?
Oh, what?
The song.
The song we just played with Blue Jesus?
Say his name again.
Blue Jesus?
Say my name. I'll leave in the box.
It was dope.
Say my name. His name is Crip Jesus.
Crip Jesus, yeah, it was dope. No, I liked it. No, he's smooth, though. That's why he's a feature presentation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to separate that from the song promotions.
Yeah.
We got song promotion, then we got features presentations. That's where we put, like, Mighty Hebrew and Crip Jesus and Ka Zodiac and all that.
Yeah, Ka, shout out to the great Ka. Crip Jesus. You said my name, man. Oh, Mighty Hebrew. LA Underground all day, yeah. Cause they getting back into the real, and that's how the cipher goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? So one time, New York, we was on, but now Cass is like, what would they? What is drill? What is the style now?
New York now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mixed in with drill.
Yeah.
It switches up, you know what I mean? But like I know people that, they rap consciously too. It's a mixture.
Yeah,
it's a mixture.
Yeah, you see more you. See, I'm not out there like that. Like I used to be on. I think be right on third and fourth.
I think my only problem with New York, what their problem is right now is they chasing the sound and trying to blow up. And I think that's the only problem. But there's people
that's been the problem.
But that's what But there's people out there. It's just gotta they gotta stop worrying about blowing up. I think that's their problem.
The scene, party scene used to be. It used to be a party scene. This is a little after the hours, a little something to stretch it before we got to get out of here. But it was a party scene. The scene was a party. That's how they did it, man. Everybody danced. You enjoyed it. You get boom. But then, it became this flash, a lot of flash. So girls start dancing less and start dressing. They start dancing less, dressing less, and coming to impress. We started getting more VIP room. Dance floor got smaller and smaller. More chairs in clubs.
Yeah.
More
bottle service.
Speakeasy, yes, more bottle service, speakeasy. Just grown up, get a little what's the name? ADU should know you're a DJ. So it's like so now the joy what used to be is changing. Now the DJs are complaining. They said, no, we're not complaining because we control the substance of what's going on, but we don't play music like that. We have to play the trap and what y'all like. And all y'all do is
which is not
trap.
on the radio
Right.
necessarily.
Yeah.
There's not as much Boss Man D-Lo on the radio,
Right.
but everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
Moneybag Yo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what it is. So the conversation is going around the DJ community now. And I got my ears to the DJs because when I was out in Miami, I saw D Nice and Spinderella was cutting. She was mixing. The show was incredible. Hey, this is a party. Forgot my man's name. It was his birthday though. He ran this dope club. I should and I was there with Beat Nuts. It's Jude. My bag. So D Nice walked into that place like boom, everybody moved. Oh shit. She just kept cupping. He was looking around. They were playing Do You Know What You Feel? But everything's from the 80s. Party was rocking. They didn't play no drill. On the other side was outside. But to keep that, and maybe a little bit more, a little classy, upscale, like individuals, a little long in the tooth, but was party. Everybody was like, okay, this is it. And I didn't see a party like that in a long time, but all the thing that kept the dance floor heavy, and it was still sofas in there. Yeah. There was sofas in there, very, very tiny dance floor. But the bar was just filled, the bars. I like the way the place was set up anyway.
Yeah.
But now I got a chance to see D Nice come in, and Spinderella was cutting. Another Leo, shout out to her. And it was just crazy, man. It was just crazy the way he came. He didn't even DJ. I think he had to leave or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But just observing how the scene was, it's like, damn, you got to go look for it again.
Yeah, it's spots like, if you go to this is how I compare it to.
I'm
like,
not looking for it.
I say like when the club, and I had this feeling since like was I started first going to parties. I could tell when the club is at its most peak is when they normally playing like dance hall or reggae or like or Afro beats.
Yeah,
that's to me like that's how a real party really is shown. You know what I mean? But like when you go to a party and they playing the basic club songs, it's like it's kind of a turnoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe because I'm from New York, maybe that's my opinion.
Right.
But it's just that's what I see. So like. Yeah, you hear the same generic songs every time. I like going to like more
Biggie, One More Chance. Yeah. Those records last.
Yeah, the classics.
And then they'll put Diddy in jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying this is where we at. Yeah. They throw Diddy in there and locked up. Ours in the jail. The dance floors are becoming very small. More chairs, more sofas. There's no life.
Yeah.
No more. And it's like you gotta find private parties or just a look at karaoke is the way.
Specialty nights.
Get-togethers.
Karaoke. Yeah, exactly. We have more fun at the karaoke.
Right.
And it's like, damn. And karaoke is our way of saying, damn, I could have been a star. but no, shout out to all I love karaoke because it's like I did this for all my life. You know what I mean? I just love it because it's like, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Kurt Cobain.
You trying to do? He said, check out this DJ real quick.
Last night, the DJ saved my life. Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
You want me to? Yeah, Union Square. Yeah.
It's all catching right. This
Union Square? Yeah, this is definitely happening in Union Square.
That's kind of dope, though.
Nah, that's great.
I've seen those stands at the NAMM show.
Yeah, see, this is where we at. This is where we at now. You gotta find the MC.
Oh, he's playing the keys too. That's dope.
He going out looking for it. He's looking for it.
That's a real sound.
That's a perfect spot. Union Square. That's a perfect spot to do it.
Oh, he's got that nice keyboard.
Depression and
That's no joke right there. He's doing it.
My thing is, when I'm in Union Square, I never run into these people.
You gotta keep going because I gotta put the
I know.
Okay, we gotta put the bass in.
That's fire.
Check out.
PTSD and anxiety from all the things that a child should not see.
Hey.
Don't get me wrong, we had a good life because we ran fields, rode bikes, and swung on swings. But we also ducked bullets, hit the floor, and heard mama scream. Because our baby's life has been taken by another man and a machine. Hey, and now it's his blood that she cleans on her hands and knees, begging God, please, why not me? Hey, and now,
hey, D, you should do that.
That's fire.
Walk through the city, we can. Yo.
He has a generator on his back.
You gotta see until you're at another scene with his face on our shirts, screaming, "Rest in."
It's going into his laptop.
Yo,
baby
man.
girls in the hood, real fast at 16.
That beat is knocking too.
Because another man touched her. What a shame it is to be. Food deserts all across our nation. A little bit of
He's making
food
that.
deserts across our nation. And I hope that it comes to an end.
Man, I miss New
But
York,
guess
man.
what?
Whenever I see stuff
made
like
it out
this,
the
I ain't gonna lie, I miss
and
New
our
York.
babies can't
Yeah, I
We
do.
going back.
But if it's not up to the government and our system is failing us, then it's up to me and you. Because I made it out the hood and our babies can too. But their progression is based off of what we do.
Hey.
'Cause girls don't always sing about boys. Girls don't always sing about boys. Girls don't always sing about boys. We don't always sing about boys.
What is she saying?
Don't always
She's saying girls don't always sing about boys.
sing about boys. Sing about boys.
Although she technically is right now, but
No, she is. I know.
But dude, this
My
is
man in the back
nice.
with the-
Always sing about boys.
This is inspiring, actually.
I know what.
We don't always sing about boys.
That's like organic.
Yeah, she reminds me of
Hey,
somebody.
we're gonna do a whole episode with.
She reminds me of somebody. That's funny.
Yeah.
No, somebody I know personally.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
somebody I
okay.
know. Yeah.
That's what I'm
great.
saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like real organic hip hop, just raw, and he's making it on the
Well,
spot. It's clean.
It seems like you have to go find it now.
Yeah.
You can't find. It's not just in your face like it used to be. You have to go look for it. He put on. He's walking around with turntables. This is where we at now.
Not just that, he's got the keys. He's making the track right there too.
Yeah, he's making it.
And it's recording
You're right.
high quality right there. And he
Yeah.
probably has speakers putting it out.
That's fire. That's fire. That's fire.
That's a lot
I
of
seen
work.
it. Yeah, that's fire. That is dope, man. That's dope. So that's where we at, y'all.
Good submission,
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain. Thank you for that.
Seems like an undercover.
I'm gonna actually subscribe to that and check out more because that's really cool. I like what he's doing, and it's just that's the kind of like they don't make beats like that anymore. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of FKG. You know what I mean? Just smooth, jazzy type of hip hop, urban beats.
That's New York, though. New York is very jazzy.
Mm.
Yeah, New York is very jazzy.
That to me is timeless.
Cameraman, zoom in.
Like Priest would kill a beat like that. Just smooth.
Lead back. Is a popcorn is popcorn singular?
Yeah.
Or is it plural?
Both.
Yeah.
They thought about it. You went to GP chat.
Not right
Hand me
now.
a popcorn. Hand me some popcorn.
He said
You gotta
GP
put.
chat.
Hand me some popcorn.
Some popcorn, yeah.
Some you have to throw some on there before.
That's
the
like
beat.
chocolate.
Let me get some chocolates. You can't say chocolates. You
You can say chocolate if there's small little tiny ones.
What you
chocolates.
call more than one chocolate?
Or you could say chocolate also. Both of them work.
We have chocolate, a sort of chocolate. You have to put
Assorted.
Yeah, you have to put
Like
something in
C's
front.
candles, C's candies. They call it that. Assorted.
We're gonna come with more mind things like that, man, because I love mind things. And so we was talking about that the other day. So we're gonna come with more. Imagine doing this on Broadway, DTL, LA. Oh yeah. Did she hung out with us? Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Mini Hotel. Go Rob.
Minty Hotep with the flow step.
Minty Hotep. Data is goated. Yeah, and said, shout out to Ben Frank.
How you been, Frank?
I've been frankly thinking. Yeah, exactly. Man, I can see that set up like Silver Lake. We could, yeah. AD, you want to walk around, me and you? I have the mic, and then we have to do this.
We can do like a low budget version of what he did.
No, we just switch it. Why we gotta do a low budget? Why we can't do everything like a big version?
I have to buy the brace, which I know where to get it at. I have to buy the brace. I can break out my old keyboard.
Whoa. Watch out! Yeah, exactly.
Keys. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Welcome home.
Everything else just be a laptop. I can do it with just laptop, keyboard. It's the generator that I don't know how to build yet or find yet. He's walking around with power.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He can just walk anywhere. He's not plugged into an outlet. That's the part I don't know about yet. So I would have to, research that.
We're gonna have to put Abraxas 2 up there soon. Yeah.
Yep.
Break dancing in the street. Yeah, I used to do that. Break dances. Well, anyway, man, let's get up out of here. So,
Oh yeah.
Yo, I want to thank everybody, which is us. Solo Jim, you did great, man. Let me tell you something. That was a great build today. AD, it was beautiful. Everybody that came through, thank you so much. We'll be seeing y'all. What's the day? Thursday? We'll see y'all Sunday. If y'all in the LA area, come down to San Diego. I'll be performing. Show them the flyer one more time, AD. So,
okay.
I'll be there live. We're on the early race, man. Wanted real estate, so he started building. Yep. He sure.
No, that's. Yeah.
It's the whole thing. And you know what? Hey, I'm getting to the point. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Who I look like right there?
Yo.
Speak to that brother who did that. I'll be at Winston's, Ocean Beach. So it's going to be a lot of water and a lot of sand. Main flow in the building. You'll be there. Before y'all remember that? I'm going to get this money, man. Do these shows.
Yep.
Studios. Huh?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. We should end with that then. Yeah. The Rain.
Called The Rain?
Yeah. We used to play. Yeah.
You launched it, right?
Yeah. It's my song.
Yeah.
And my man Tiny produced it. Shout out to him. San Diego all the way to New Yorkie. To the Bronx, New York.
Okay.
All right, y'all. You know what?
Come on, let's get out of here. Look,
myself right now. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now. Gotta write down my life on paper. Spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now. Gotta write down my life on paper. Spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger. Feel it's like some razor. In my hood, niggas fight, then they make up. Shoot dice, then they blaze up. Pole lights come to chase us. Through the streets, flash lights in our faces. So many nights in the cages. So many fights outrageous. Niggas pulling out gauges. Bullets flying outrageous. Better run, better duck, hit the pavement. I'm out of luck, backed up in my payments. Patience, running out. I'm all alone with the gun in my mouth. Pacing, back and forth on the phone with my son and my spouse. Thinking of good times. Jot down hood rhyme. From the tour bus to the corners. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Spend a night with gangsters, celebrate some stranger. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Spend a night with gangsters, celebrate some stranger. Feels like I'm in danger.
Paranoid slip when I'm in the chamber. Had the gun in the rain cuz hunger pain of a thug, do you blame us? I came up through the gang stuff. On the train with the chain tuck. Rings and a king tuck. 3-piece suits and a clean cut. On the job search, better not get robbed first. Situation gets a lot worse. Participation is hard work. Lost shoes, no one to talk to. 16 years old, just jumped off the roof head first. Computer network, ghetto expert, devil network. Another peer is dead in the dirt. Another tear that I shed in my shirt. Another beer that we spread on the earth. Another year that I'm led by a hearse. Come here, I know that it hurts. And gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Again, spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Again, spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger.
My nigga, I know thieves, they grow trees for the vote for the dope and the smoke and the folk keys. No niggas in the throw keys. On the boat with the dope and the coke and the trophies. Speed it up like ho please. Big ball of mochis, goatees. 40 ounce of the OEs. From the tons to the keys to the pounds of the OZs. Bag it up for the low fees. Street hustle, toke weed, both G's. One time for the OGs. Flip birds and OTs. Drill breeze. High time for the low C's. Invest the proceeds. No peas. No niggas in the OBs. For the scope and the soap and the slope and the roasties. No bitches that take shit. For the sake, for the wake and the steak and the cake glitz. No bitches that make quits. For the sake and the break and the break and the fake tits. Speed it up for the Jake hits. No time for bake bits. Snake hits. Right down where the lake sits. From the blocks to the chips to the lines to the flakelets. Right around on the 8-6. White brethren hate tricks. Late chicks. One time for the straight picks. One time for 8 bricks. Great clicks. Front line for the state picks. All in my weight mix. Ray fix. Main flow gotta skate quick. From the gate to the plate to the date to the matrix.
Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Again, spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger. Gotta make this come up, man. Get that dough, do these shows. I'm late in studios. Tell all these groupies no. Not right now, gotta write down my life on paper. Again, spend a night with gangsters. Celebrate some stranger.